Okay. Good evening to you. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. Good afternoon. Good morning. To those that are watching from the diaspora.
I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in.
It is great to be back right here on the nation's premiere at nighttime talk show. And that's the Spoon Talk. And today is the 18th of April, AD 2026. Welcome again to our Saturday edition of the Spoon Talk.
Politicians want to make their decision just go to spoon. You want to know what happening in.
And I'm your producer for the night, Rosemary McKeever.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in controls.
Yeah.
As we await our host of Panelist that will be bringing you the show later. And you already know how we do it here. We give you some of the major happenings
You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio.
in the country, and then we open the phone line for the What's on Your Mind segment. Well, we are live on Super TV on Facebook, Spoon TV on Facebook, as well as Spoon TV on YouTube. We're also live on Spoon 107.5 FM, Fabric 101.1, and Voice of Liberia 104.1 FM.
It's what you got.
Listen to for our major happenings in Monrovia today. The President Joseph Yuma Boakai has officially broken ground for the upgrading and construction of 255 kilometers of primary roads under the DBOT initiative. In Bull Waterside, Grand Cape Mount County. And the project marks a significant step towards strengthening connectivity across Liberia's western and northern corridors, improving transportation, trade, and regional access. So yes, today the president broke ground in Bull Waterside, and the program was also graced by Sierra Leone president, and that's Julius Mada Bio.
And your boy right in the south.
And in other news, amid the ongoing discussions around the expulsion of District 10 Representative Yeke Koluba, political tension are still rising, with CDC expelling six of its lawmakers. And today, CMC also suspended its vice chair for finance and investment, as well as the national treasurer. He plays a dual role in person of Honorable Jerry Yobo, Representative District 12. In return, Honorable Yobo resigned and withdrew his membership from the party, citing undue process. So those are the two major headlines we have here for you on the Spoon Talk. After the What's on Your Mind segment, the panelists are going to be joining, and they're going to discuss more of these issues. But however, let's now go to our phone lines and take calls to talk to the people of Liberia to hear what's on their mind. So you can put in your call 0777-101075, 0555-101075. If you are watching online, you cannot put in your call. Just make your comment, and then I'm going to read it out for you. But before we go to the phone lines, let's recognize few people that are watching. Let's recognize Daniel Freeman. He's watching from I don't know. Is that Kirisburg? He's trying to say. Okay, but Daniel Freeman is watching. Edwin Z. Johnson is watching from his Propo Canon. Boyman G. Tume is watching from Kennejar area. Welcome to the show. Hope Kempe is also watching. Nehemiah Yakba Wolo is watching from Bon County, Zota District number 4. We have Jordan Sekuvi Dule. He's watching from Baketu Township, Kwadu Boni District, Lofa County. Mantonian Son is watching from Brosville. Tonight is watching from Brosville. Patrick H. Tokpa, welcome to the show. Richard D. G. Peters, welcome. He's watching from Bartnesville, Keba, Johntown. Welcoming Paulson Child. That's Morris Zion. He's watching from Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, US of A. Frank Siawe is watching from Rhode Island, USA. Arthur K. Robert is also watching from Monrovia, Liberia. Timothy Harris is watching from Minnesota as well. Oscar Zienben is watching from Duport Road. And those are the people, some of the people that are watching. I cannot name everybody that's watching. Eric K. Burger Jr., he's watching from Duport Road. Joseph Mali Colley is also watching from Peaceville, Soakland. Vera S.W. Wallace is watching from PA. I suppose that is Philadelphia. But let's take calls right now. Take calls from our people in Liberia here and hear what's on your mind. If you are watching and you want to say what's on your mind, kindly just make a comment and I'm going to read it out for you. Let's now go to the phone lines. Let's start with our Lone Star line. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you very much, Madam Miss Marie Matiba.
Hello, Alfonso.
Yeah. Good evening to Spoon FM family and good evening to my peace-loving people of the Republic of Liberia and good evening to each and everyone as a Liberians. The need with me constant and functional AF come out this beautiful Saturday evening. Madam Matiba, let me strictly go to the issue of the Kekolba removal. We agreed the Constitution constitutionally gave the president the veto power to do such. But Jose Numa Bakai, he mentor on fight against corruption. Anything that is so illegal is corruption. People need a place on the resolution or Yekekoba removal, which suppose is unconstitutional. Yekekoba is not removed by his colleagues. He is removed by Jose Numa Bakai by exercising his veto power. What do I mean? Jose Numa Bakai, Yekekoba the one that brought you to power. He used a speaker, he used his money and resources, he took you everywhere of this country in the 15 countries. And then today, he dressed his own devil, the devil has making it outside. So we have proof that he is president of this country because he demonstrated zero tolerance. But all the courts in the court, Joya Ma, his generation, he never said they can stand. But to say you man Parker, your own nephew, your own son, who took you all over, he has removed you constitutionally.
Okay,
not by the House of Parliament, by exercising your veto power. And then, when they answered the question, he told us that you don't have a veto power. Whom in charge of our state president? Because we know that you had a right, you had a veto power. This is why you exercise your veto power.
Okay, Alfonso, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
October 10, 2029.
Thank you very much for calling. Let's go to our next caller. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, thank you. This is Josh Mova. I'm calling from GSA Road District 6 in Mozart County.
Josh, let's do it quickly, please.
Thank you so much for the topic. The thing on my mind concern ever, a lawmaker that in a house, meaning Yeke Kolba. You see, this country, everybody respect one another. He came, let the poking vote for you, meaning Yeke Kolba last vote you. Let the poking vote for you. He came around against the Ladapo, he made David in our Jella, la Charlie Po, Charlie, your baby Po, our in our playing Napo in our horse. So, but I tell the people the two are voted for Yeke Kolba. All Yeke Kolba follow up. Yeah, please, yeah, move on behind Yeke Kolba. Yeke Kolba now good. In one big district in the nation, and that God make that all his friends in that house, they vote against him that, and he go one side, and he go Guinea.
Okay.
In your boy in Guinea, yeah, go in Guinea, yeah, Guinea to
all right, thank you very much.
They are happy in the country because the Guinea people they represent, they say, oh, they left for Liberia. Only Yeke Kolba jealous, he just told you a lot of things about the country.
Okay.
Thank you. But I can't stand strong to go on outside to make it peace. That's not everything because I really take the people from here in Ghana because he say God forbid one more kind of country I really want to make it hard. So
thank you very much for calling.
The action so thank you so much, President Bwaka, and let's get Trump.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from? Good evening. You're coming in to start it. Yes, I'm getting you now. Your name and where are you calling from? Your line is so bad. I will encourage that you change your location and then call back. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you, Mom. I'm Abraham. I call from Blue Island.
All right, Abraham, let's hear you.
You know, I'm feeling so miserable. We are sowing a seed tomorrow that will bear a dangerous fruit. Undermining the rule of law, is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. People are being removed from their position without the rule of law being followed. Issue of Yeke Kolba. Yeke Kolba is not my favorite. But the fact of the matter is, the manner in which he's being removed is unlawful. We need to correct these things. And let me say this for the benefit of the young people tomorrow. If we allow this to continue, the next person that will come, whether we elect people or not, will not care whether it's a legislature and will take the law upon themselves and will see it and will feed it. Precedent is one way to have a country going right. We are setting a very big precedent. And I'm feeling bad about it. I hope we can correct it now before it gets late. Because the next person that will come and will dissolve that parliament. Either it will be a big thing. It will be a toothless bulldog. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much. Let's go to our orange line. Good evening. Your okay. That's that person. Let's take the Lone Star. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Dennis from Country.
All right, let's hear you.
The problem about Yeke. Look, what Yeke did, everything was clear on a sponsor. Even in Stanton, try to put him in with Yeke mob. And Stanton, last time not before even he appeared on the show. Yeke, when he came from Ghana or before even he arrived. When he make that remark, that land is for the Guinean. Yeke, so it's not about Joseph Numa Bwaga or President Bwaga and former President Weah. This is about period. That statement is not good. You get too aggressive. You cannot even who here. We that honest some of we even know, but can even be brave to do that kind of thing or say the kind of thing that against the country. You get home. In fact, you get. I don't even want you to go in that place. We need people who will push in logic on the table. People who will bring something good in the country. Somebody who will just be abusing the law and our children always listen to the radio station, just abusing the law. Okay, let you go live in Ghana with your family, man. Let you go.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's go to the orange line. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, madam.
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you. My name is Liva Sandy, and I'm fully this evening from Chicken Soup Factory.
All right, let's hear you.
Thank you. What is on my mind, madam? About a month ago or two months ago, I listened to your CEO when he said during President Weah time there were things they did that only God can forgive them. For me, I want to know some of those things because during the former president's time, a lot of things were happening. People were dying on the street. I mean, all of them were dying and they were kissing the president at the time. And the only thing for the only thing that God, the only person can forgive you or is getting people all are you. So I want to know on the CEO because we really don't want to that where some of the guys were confessing how they were lying on President. Yeah, so I want to know. Let the CEO stay up. The Liberian point, the war at large.
Some of those things they let them tell also with. So if that they were involved some of those things, so we can pray for them, let God forgive them. But because they were this person, we are so much that why they were doing those things in my mind. So I want you to especially when you listen or when you're not listening, please read my question to you. Tell the boy and not large.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to the next caller. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
Coming Daniel. I'm calling from a civil factory.
All right, Daniel, let's hear you.
What you want to know that the Yaga Koruba issue? Yaga Koruba can't control it more. As the speaker of the representative, they give you oath for the country. Then you talking that type of thing behalf of your country. My sister that you go rest. Green job time give the suspend for 7 months without taking salary. Then the see government job back again, putting more job back, putting more on the country again. Tell that man go rest. That not get on your part, not being the person that said, not being the old man. Not taking on your part. Not taking. Let go. One man here in the water. Thank you, my sister.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to the Lone Star line. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, no time now. No, what is it? To be
all right, let's hear you.
You see, so now I regret it. Why I got to go for your call about. But me, I'm happy. Even I would say that in our community, they were happy that you call about you know our lawmaker because lawmaker can be already if you can see it to us. We already how our lawmaker. No, they get a project, but I only lawmaker if you cost. They say you don't want no power. When I brought power, that means you're yes, man. That latter is your event. When you say I put coming power, I put coming power. It's not true. Everybody about our loving no time. That means man. You know what I'm saying? So we happy we take what take it that you're going to go our lawmaker and the take it that go say let me go. Thank you for the show tonight.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go to this person. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
What I'm Edward W. Shannon Jr. and I call from Central Virginia Back Settlement.
All right, let's hear you.
Yeah, my sister, what is really on my mind? I did talk about it yesterday. I'm going to talk about it again today. I thought that I've talked to Nelson so that you people will see reason to follow up. My sister, we are teachers. We are insured with a group called Star Insurance. These people are just eating our money free of charge. When it comes to the medical activities, we're not benefiting for aid. You insure with a company, they stretch your salary every month. You go for the sled, you can't get a sled. Months, you won't get a sled. So I told Nelson to follow up at least to investigate for the various schools because bulk of our colleagues will be afraid that they will take their name for the payroll. But some of us will speak about it because it's wrong. We brought this government and they are not treating us well in the class. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening. This is Oscar Zimmer calling from Campus City, Niba County.
All right, let's hear you.
What on my mind, my sister had to do is rolling from Seneca to Yikipa. We'll not be having a company that making millions of dollars for our country. Then a role that the citizen apply on is not acceptable to the citizen. So we want to call upon the Ministry of Public Work to see reason so it can talk to mental state so that the road from Seneca to Yikipa, they can tar the road for us. Because when the swing and that rain season now start in Nimba already. When you ride motorball, when you get up from motorball, yeah, you come from the swamp. It's not called for we the citizens of this country. I think God gave we the citizens of this country that mighty so we can benefit from all of it. Say the government is the one who gives the contract to the people. The benefit we the citizens can have is to pay that road and get a good facility so we can enjoy our sweat of that mighty. But nothing of such. So we're begging and let us see reason to face our room, my sister.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening. My name is Iman Alexander Chin.
Okay, let's hear you.
I'm going to for giving us opportunity to express ourselves. Yeah, I mean, obedience to the Congress of Democratic Change CDC for removing the bad drain lawmaker, the respectful lawmaker who will now follow the party instruction of moving on the Koruba. And me say to Mr. President, if you remove your Koruba, we will not put prayer on our table. The money can be used for legendary church, the hospital, chairs, the period. There is no chairs there. We need a good chair. The money can be used to buy legend. Why you not use that money to put chairs in the hospital, make jobs available for our people, and also make the economy better? They can use that money try to remove it. But not doing anything wrong. I want the president putting our country backward, the dictator president. So it was say that Liberian people make you president. How can happen now? Someone who is not expecting to get opposition, get a person opposition, how can happen? Everything will be going backward.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, Matthew, sorry, calling from Lower Bank today.
All right, let's hear you.
I don't want people inside that will get. Me, I want my to be possible. Going Kuji. I wouldn't be happy. People should be President Barbara, President Boga. So when we're doing from a president, when the move coming out, so the poor not spend money. They were free. When you told for that, so go bench. Now when I wanted that thing that have been in the past government regime. Was on thing that have been the problem. Again, I want to put them. Oh, we still make correct. And the question now. They are strong. They supposed to say that the balance out there playing to the tenant supposed to my lap. They go and say, I go going Ghana, go away from Mali. They get going to buy, get property to buy, they will live there. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We will soon be joined by our host of Panelist. I'm seeing Mr. Witherspoon and Dr. Francine here. So, Dr. Richardson, sorry. Let's go to this line. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
Rose, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. My name is Sebu Pogama, member of United Party Electoral Bureau in Pagi evening.
All right, let's hear you.
First of all, let me commend President Wakai for a good way of the point. I just left. I just came from Lofa yesterday. I spent almost 19 days in Lofa, Boyamba, Bakedu, without a Foya region. I just want to tell you because the quota almost was Zozo. So I want to say the caveat to you guys on the media. You know, journalism is about accuracy, balance, and credible. Journalism can go for news, but most of our journalists these days, they are on news. They want to say that on the news come to them. That Facebook, most of them getting their news their phone. When it comes to local candidate voter issue, the issue will happen, but the way we amplify it, you go in local, imagine so there you can hear everybody doing their normal way. Everybody is doing their normal way. I was surprised, I was shocked for me to reach in local candidate that they knew that he had, like this, and not like that. So I beg you guys on the media, the journalism is professional work. So in order for you to get your dignity, you must assess for your news. Let be accuracy, balance, and credible. Don't come on, you just pull something out. And also, I hope you are responsible for what happening on the media these days. Okay. Because you get professional journalists among people, but you're allowed several politicians to get radio stations that people are sitting there, they are joining the list. They spoil you guys because some of them are called a radio commentator. When they come on, all of you will be spoiled.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go to the next caller. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Emma Hammer and calling for Clark City on the Tagwell. What is in my heart? I want to say thank to President Pwaga for having a groundbreaking ceremony from the 4-new road from Tuara all the way to Pool River. But I want to remind the President, our community roads are started years back of the night account of state still. So I just ask you to please help on the mission to connect our various community road. We want to have to commute from one place to another. Thank you so much for giving me the airtime.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for calling. Let's take this caller. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from? Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Evening. Hello?
I'm listening to you. Your name and where are you calling from?
This is the Common Board Chairman. My name is T1P Willie. I represent the Concerned Citizen for Justice.
All right, let's hear you.
Thank you very much. My plea is to our president. Mr. President, we got 5 million plus human beings living in Liberia. It is not just possible that everybody will agree with you. Please, Mr. President, allow dissenting voices. You're claiming that all dissenting voices is speaking volume in Liberia. Let dissenting opinion be allowed in your government. This is the only way you'll find a way to. But by claiming that on dissenting voices, when somebody disagree with you, you know whether you're leaving that person, if that person is working, you know whether to the person a job. It's not offering well for your government. It's a form of dictatorship. And history has taught us what happened in the past of dictators. No matter how strong that dictator can be, the book of Nazareth is very powerful. He controlled the whole world. But then he came down. The wall of Berlin was broken down in 1989. Mr. President, the grip is shot high on the people in Iran came down in 1979. They put things in their own hands and they chased out of their country. Mr. President, please, I am appealing to you. Do not expect everybody to praise you. Everybody not praise and worship you. We got 5 point some million people. Everybody will not agree with you.
All right.
Everybody will not bootleg you, Mr. President. Allow the same voices. Please.
Okay.
That's my plea to Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's go to the lines. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from? Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Jim Collins, I call from Kings.
Let's hear you.
What is some of mine is the bad way that the government is treating the medical student in this country. This our recent graduated from AM Jockey Every School. Up to now, they are not seeing affiliation. They're saying they ain't get money. What kind of thing this? The government, Baka government, is acting very bad to the medical sector in this country. They got the children sitting down. Can you imagine the children go to school 4 years from LU, 5 years in the medical college? They mean no preparation to assignment anywhere. They just sitting there. I think that wickedness, they got to try. It's very bad, very bad. They just get children sitting at home. They get assignment to any medical facility. That wickedness, okay? Doesn't do that. The children go to school and graduate and assign them. It's very, very bad. They say the one side gave the children $200 per month. That's wickedness. People there, managing director there, lawmaker there, making thousands of dollars. Professional people there, you don't get anything. But the noise maker take the money to themselves. Too much wickedness in the country. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Neil. I'm calling from the so clean to be specific in the Luster Tower.
All right. Let's hear you.
Yeah, man. Everybody on a Yeke Korva issue. Yeah, I was thinking that actually the boy issue will be resolved before ever all the government want to take any action against Yeke, before they can take it against Yeke. Because Uncle, I don't know if that was the case, and what I should be getting and I'm getting there. Don't you think I can go and connect with my enemy for more tension to come? So that's my fear.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the phone lines. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, Nelson, what's up, man, Nelson?
I don't know if I sound like Nelson, but your name and where are you calling from?
Nelson, the name remains constant. This is the voice of Sabu Rasta. I told you that you need broadcast Nelson at 1.4 for Zimbabwe. Am I loud, Nelson?
Yeah, you are loud.
Yeah, thank you. You know what on my mind? Has to do with the training issue that going on here. What point you get called about issue? I can remember one thing President Baka said. He said, "Let's country here if you want any war, and I know that I'm not going to an end because for you to look at a sitting law, our women elected by his people. And then you just get 49% of Capitol Hill say, oh, we remove you. My sister Ladua going nowhere. You're bluffing. The Jonah Bagati Ladua for a warning. Okay, hold on, representative will get to. We want to feel here will get to. No, but there are a lot of private that are going to need to tackle and forget about witch hunting people. Are you getting me, my sister Lavina?
This is Rosemary. I'm getting you.
Okay, so see our moving in a direction after our president was in get experience. I don't want to ask you. The president saying the land for Guinea. What Guinea are doing on the land? And President, but I think the president told her he said the national security, by investigating. Also, president, we don't know after the investigation, and now we are into all the remove. You get called about. What kind of country is my sister? But thank you for having me, man.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, madam.
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
January P from 540.
All right, let's hear you.
I don't want to talk about Yaga issue. You see the problem there now. Yaga is now gone. It's on his way now.
Mm-hmm.
So we are appealing to this government because the issues that the border were caused by people. They were caused by people. So let the investigation go on to find out those that did that act that want to bring chaos to our country. So we have to find out. You can't just go to talk about the issue and you just drop to see the money company, the people who very saw the company, whatsoever thing. So that people can know who are those that are the cause for the problem that happened at the border there.
Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Steven. You're calling from Clay Street.
All right, let's hear you.
Yeah. First of all, what's on my mind about Yeke? I want to let the librarian know that Yeke it that is going against him. And now because he calls Baka, because people saying that the past government Yeke used to cause nothing they did. Now he called Baka carrying him to court. No. Yeke in it when you were eating it, he said, I solemnly swear to protect and to serve my nation, not to go against. And he go against his statement. He said that the land he go against his oath that the land for the Guinean. That his statement carrying me today. Not because he called Baka. So I don't want for people to say Yeke called Baka that why they removing Yeke.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good evening. I'm Edmund A. I call from Tubu Road.
All right, let's hear you.
Yeah, very where I'm sitting, just like there are found piece of diamond. But to see to see former Calabar have left the capital building. This country is not for here. He always making the man. He brought Joseph Baga to power. He brought the president to power. Can one man bring president to power? Over the 1.7 million would have voted for you so that you bring President Baga to power. That you made the you think what he did to president? We are former president. You think we always go free? That is not everybody you insult. You can go free. Some point you will do it. They will not harm you, but you do it. Other person will come and grab you and put you. And we spying around the capital building because he says he's a real. So as far as concerned that he no more law because he's surveyor. So he will carry the court and he will prove it that he will be a surveyor. If he prove it, I mean, he personally has been selling land around here. He the one been selling the country. He know the deep. So you know the you prove it. They will see what I got. He will be. You don't know the right law.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome, CEO.
Rosemary.
Yes, sir.
La Friday. Rosemary, na Friday.
I'm supposed you're speaking, so good afternoon or good evening.
Say na Friday no sion. It means my body doing fine. I say, how your body? Say my body doing fine. That cool. I speak.
Na Friday sion. I'm cool.
Yeah, but you're a Liberian now. You cool woman, but you're Liberian also. Yeah, anyway, I forget. You don't know the way to Buchanan.
See, we in April now. Hi, Dr. Richardson.
Hi, Rosemary. How are you doing today?
In one of my favorite colors.
Oh, I'm wearing green.
Jersey?
Yes, it's Cape Mount Jersey. Yes. Are you from Cape Mount?
Yes. My first name is Miata.
Okay, we have something in common then. My ancestors, father from Robertsport. So that's good. Yes. This is a special jersey for me. My brother. Many people know who is in the Unity Party government, Orlando Chenoweth. He
You're looking good this evening.
Yes, he brought this for me, so which is good. So when people are talking about, parties and all of this stuff, our parents raised us well to be open-minded and tolerant and accepting of others.
Most
So,
definitely.
so he brings his Unity Party talk. I bring my CMC talk. That's how it is at family dinners,
As
and
it should be.
Yes, we have one, and then we have another brother who's just completely independent. Doesn't like too much politics, care for the family a lot, which is good. Got to have
I
a
think
little
it's
bit of
diverse.
yes, got to have a little bit of everyone in the family. Hey, Stanley, looking good, sharp. Where you went at?
Tonight.
Yeah,
On a
No, I went for a funeral though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Yeah,
hear.
I was one permanent Liberian by the name of Nat George. He passed away.
I saw it on
Yeah,
social media.
Yeah, so I was there. A lot of people, a lot of folks.
Yeah, thanks
A
for
lot of folks from the church to the repast. Folks that in government, all of government, former and current. It was. I mean, it was pretty quiet, and now a lot of them having red cup. I took the picture, the red cup family. The bar open. They say you're close. They say you're close the bar. They can't close the bar. All of them. Abamu, Peabody, Abamu, all of them get red cup. I took all of the pictures. I'll put a picture up.
You want to be generous to the people of funeral.
I saw Zioga Wilson too. He was there as well. I said a lot of, Liberian, they are special kind of folks.
Thank you.
Liberian people are very nice. And don't mind all that plenty talking. They are most of us are so tolerant. When we see good thing, we appreciate it.
When you die?
Huh?
When you die, then they appreciate you?
No, I said when we see good things, we do appreciate. And, people recognize each other, at the funeral. But I think we should do it often. Not that people should die often, but the gathering should be often. Let's meet, let's talk, let's laugh, let's think about Liberia, let's build Liberia, let's talk about the goodness of our country, and that's the beauty. Whether you're in America or in Liberia, sometimes the politics, it shouldn't only be about politics. It should be more about toleration. It should be more about just community. It should be about community, and we can disagree whether you CDC, you CMC, you ANC, you Unity Party, but that community, that gathering, to say, how's your family, how's your children? That's what people need right now, that reaches, and that's the important thing. So what I saw today, people putting me here and there, shaking hands and taking pictures, it was wonderful. I don't think I have enemies. I think I just have folks that disagree with me. Some people just disagree with my position. I don't think they are enemies. You guys, fell apart because of policy and politics and and other issue. But I don't think you are enemies. It's hard to get enemies, and Liberia can get better, and Liberia will be better. We just need a good leader. Yeah, we need a person that will not be vindictive. We need a person that will not keep malice and have bitterness, hatred.
17 grudges.
Yeah, whether 47, 17, 42, whatever it is, we just need someone that will show love. And I will always talk about peace and always push Liberia forward. Not because you do me, I must do you. You cannot fight. Like, I was talking to Zoga Wilson, and he said this, which of course I took. You cannot fight all battles. You just can't.
Gotta eat some. You gotta drink some cold with a cold soup.
You just gotta just let it be sometime and do it for country. So where we are, since the folks say they expel you, you can still have some legal a legal issue. He can fight that though, but we need genuine reconciliation, not only with the dead but with the living. Yeah, we need genuine reconciliation, and our country need to be over there. We got to talk. We got to talk. We got to settle our differences. You know, a lot of stuff happening in the country. It would not help Liberia. Rosemary, it's good that you joining us today. Kafiko, as always, it's good to see you. Dr. Richardson and the rest of the guys, you know, people got to get out more often, Dr. Richardson, and associate more often. People got to know the true meaning of being a Liberian. A lot of people say that today, from all walks of life, from all over in America, and they realize that they love Liberia and they wish well for Liberia. No, they are not all Rosemary. They are not all seditions or UPIS or CMC, no, or ANC. But they are all Liberians. Can you imagine? They are all Liberians. Yeah, the people talking about non panton. Yeah, they're talking about Sagon. Yeah, they're talking about Kipman.
And you know what? Exposed Noir Panton to the people. Nobody knew anything about Noir Panton.
Yeah. So we should come together as people, as children, you know, as folks from Liberia, and do it for Liberia. Well, we should come together and make sure that this is what we need. You know, I saw Reverend Mountain and his beautiful work, you know, and they just look at Reverend Mountain. He looked much younger every day. You know, I saw Peabody. He had his two right cup, one in there, I don't know, and he preached today though, right? But after preaching, he had red cups. You know, I think he had maybe orange juice or so in those red cups. You know, I saw Timberland George, you know, and I saw Aloysius, the former bank governor. I saw Alex Coffey, and I saw a lot of people. Henry Moore. I saw the governor. I just saw a lot of people. Some of them I cannot remember their names, but prominent people, folks that want to represent. This guy they call Nat George, man, he's popular. You know, well known in Central Jersey here. He came from a humble beginning. And, you know, so a lot of people from the Habel, Buchanan area, McGeevy, they know him, Firestone. So he was a wonderful guy and a quiet guy too, but more involved in the Liberian community. And so a lot of people wanted to pay respect to his family and to say the final goodbye, you know, and that was touching. That was wonderful. Money Boy is there, MC, you know, Reverend uh, Reverend Raymond Caldison, he was present. You know, a lot of good people over there, good music. You know, so I want to say thanks to all of them. And I'm glad I went there. We got a lot to discuss today. We see CMC Jacob Jala. It's always good to have you, my brother Jacob. Our chat room is going crazy. What's his name is added to the chat room. His name is Wilfred Bangura. Peabody, not Peabody, how you call him? Paul Kennedy is still out. He's between Nigeria and Liberia. I heard that his wife asking him to leave and come early because, you know, of other engagement, and he refused. He said he would come as scheduled. I can imagine, Ken. His wife called him and said, you know, we have some emergency engagement. Can you cut your trip up? The man said no. He will only come as per his return ticket. You know, the man said no. I mean, that is so. That is so bad. No, I'm serious. How can you say your wife say come? Hey man, so but Jacob, so only guys in there lucky though. The women can allow them to travel for 2-3 weeks. Can you imagine, Jacob? The guys are lucky. You know, I hope one day I can be like them. You know, and when a woman say come and you say no, you know, our brother Winfred Russell is in Liberia right now. He took a trip to Liberia. Hope you connect with Winfred, Jacob. He's in Liberia right now. You're muted,
really?
Jacob. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I will check him out. I'll call him this evening.
Yeah, he's in Liberia. He wanted to negotiate for the Lone Star coming to America.
Oh, yeah. All right. He was talking about the other day.
Yeah. And now, yeah, former President George Manneh, we are seriously engaging folks. I received that information today. A lot of people say, well, the action to expel Yeke Koluba, the government just gave 2029 to the opposition party, and the serious negotiation between Mr. Alexander Cummings and the former president, Dr. George Manneh. Man, that's why the Unity Party don't want you to know, and I think the Unity Party are so concerned. One of the CMC representative, Jerry Yobel, he was suspended yesterday, and today he resigned. The message he resigned indefinitely. I don't know how can somebody resign indefinitely. Kev, these guys are from CMC. Let me ask you though. And can you put Jerry Yobel letter up, Rosemary, please?
That's what I've been trying to upload today, but it's not. So I'm gonna send it to you, then you can upload it.
I got it. I'll put it up. So Kev, how can a man say he resigned indefinitely? What's that? I thought if you resign, you resign.
You resign. Like too much book, my brother. Too much book.
But guys, though, on a serious note, right? Let's start the show. Let's just chill today, and the rest of the guys will be joining us, right? I don't know why CMC decide to suspend people. You're not plenty that you're suspending. You're suspended Jerry Yobel.
But I think it's a matter of principle. It's a matter of principle. That's why CMC is doing it. It's a matter of principle.
Kev, you're not CMC. Don't do this.
Because CMC,
but we're not plenty. We are
it's
very
a decent party in CMC. It's a matter of principle. They stand for something. They're saying even if there are two people to get, but at least they stand for something. That's the message CMC is sending.
And you got to understand when I say this, Kev, right? You would travel, you can't make it, and I don't want to go there. So sometimes they leave the thing alone. Let's CMC talk with us. You know, and today. I asked you. I was speaking to Dr. Richardson and Jacob. How many people in CMC? People are willingly leaving CMC. The party chairman is about to leave. The secretary general left. Grace Gua left. The other guy from Dubai left. The other guy from Minnesota left. People are leaving. Then Musa, the small one that he get when he won't keep it, he said he will suspend. So the message they are leaving too. So listen, you know me, I love my man Musa Benedict. I'm my friend, right? But if you get children, plenty of children, don't join witchcraft. Your children will be the first set of children they will eat. I will say this to everybody. I will openly advise Musa. Don't take competition with CDC and Unity Party.
Still, if we're taking competition,
can I finish?
You jog my memory. If we're taking competition with CDC or Unity Party, we have jumped straight to expulsion. We suspended the man. That's how a mature political party like CMC behave. You know, we're giving him due process. But
you didn't give him due process. Did you read his letter? Did you read his letter?
That's what he said.
Did you read his letter? Dr. Richardson.
Look, the thing about when you leadership is about quality sometimes instead of quantity. Okay? It's about quality sometimes instead of quantity. That's what I have to tell you. I'm not going to say more to you.
I'm not saying you want to say more to me. We having conversation, right? If you want to say more to me, that's fine. But what I'm saying, yeah, and people need to know that, Jacob, you don't have plenty of children, don't join witchcraft, right? Stay away. The man letter is very clear. You suspended the man, and he didn't like it, and he resigned. So if you want us to have the show, we still got 4 more minutes to get in this gear.
A lot of luck. We wish him success on his journey.
But I just let her one at a time. I didn't think hurting you a little bit. It hurting you.
It's not hurting me at all. Today I had a good time. It was sunny, as you know, in this area. I sat on my patio.
So Dr. Richardson, I talk one at a time. Can we do
right
that?
now? I'm eating ice cream. You know, I'm having a really great day today. So if nothing is bothering me, it's just that I just like how you give us free publicity on this national platform. So thank you very much.
Dr. Richardson, thank you. Again, let me go back to where I started with, right? And Kev, you're a very wicked man, and that's why no one would trust you. You texted me to say even more, and you're laughing here and saying the phone on here. Check up. Let me say this to you.
I'm glad Dr. Richardson
Kev,
know who you are.
No, not everyone should know that. The party national chairman, James Yogi, he about to resign. Now he telling somebody, say, we suspend you. What kind of madness is that? Right? Check up. Let me hear you. You don't have
no, but
on your plate. You don't have a lot on your plate. Hey, go ahead, Jacob.
No, every day you announcing our chairman resignation, you can't reach. The chairman is not resigning. The chairman is a very, very engaged member of the party, of the CMC. We're working on a great project. The CMC is very confident. We're rising in the polls. We're excited. Our base continue to expand.
You're rising in which poll?
I'm telling you that. We'll continue to expand across the country. There's a lot of energy in the party, a lot of young people. We see that every day, and we're looking very, very good moving forward to 2029. Yes, we're confident in the program we represent. Of course, our leadership, Musa Hassan ability, provide a quality of leadership that we will continue to enjoy. So we feel real good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spoon Talk. You know, and that's the reason why I love to have this show every day, because of people like you. Because of you, we are here, right? We want to say thanks to all of you that support Spoon, that stand with Spoon, that makes Spoon your premier network. Coming to you in your living home, in your family home, in your rest home, in all your homes. We say thank you. But let me say this, Kev. Let me frank, not because you're opposition CDC. How many members, and I'm going to call our brother Bangura with join us shortly. What's the membership of CMC? Sometimes don't run the competition that you can win. Musa, who have called Jerry Yoba. Jerry Yoba said, Musa, you must say, yeah, you didn't even ask me. You went ahead and allowed people from America to write a letter to suspend me. That was wrong. So when we inquire who the people that wrote the letter, I'm not calling name yet because I don't have red shoe, right? Do I get red bottom, but I don't get red shoe. So I would say to everybody, it's very important that Jerry Yoba fire back. And I think if you read the Jerry Yoba letter that we will read, I think he has some points. And Dr. Richardson, as a global chair, I know you do everything to defend your party, but it is concerning. Now, we also want to talk about the position of the opposition political party. Send the government say they expel Yeke Koruba. What trend? What will happen from the opposition? Is this a win for the opposition? The president will be leaving Liberia for the United States, Sacramento, California, this coming week. After which, after his program, he's going to spend a few days, a week or so in Rhode Island, right? He will spend some time in Rhode Island. So he'll be going back. Those that came for spring break, they call it spring meeting. I call it spring break because nothing never come out of this thing. They just here to enjoy themselves. The Jeremy Pia and Mo Ali and Gafwa and all of them, they came to hustle, not just free DSA. Some of them will be going with the president of Sacramento, and some of them will be going back home as of Monday. But how is our country? Jose Yuma Boaka say he want to break ground for PAVI 4. My people, let be very crystal clear. PAVI 4 will not build no road there after 2029. PAVI 4, the government giving them money is like a revolving door Susun club. The government will pull forth the first amount of money to them. They have not brought in any money that the government money they're going to take. And that's a very dangerous deal. PAVI 4 will be in trouble. So everything President Boaka doing right now to say, yeah, he will pave the road from Freeport, Douala, all the way to Sierra Leone, my friend, we pray to God it happen. The government don't have the money. The people came on credit. The government got to put their first social hand inside Dr. Richardson. Then the people who can't bring their own money. The whole negotiation was just a bad one. But Abachi and the rest of them decided to go for it. So we'll wait and see. So when people flash you, be careful. It's like money changers. They flash you, you go for the high bill, they will eat you. They will eat your eyeball. And that's what the Sierra Leone guy did to Liberia, the Papi 4 guy. So it's a quiet time in our country. Dr. Richardson, what's on your mind? I know you want to talk about CMC, but it just what's on your mind. Let's hear you as we get into the conversation this quiet Saturday. I'm feeling well. I'm feeling happy. And I know that we will have a very, very spirited discussion tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Stanton. Today is a great Saturday in my neighborhood. It is nice, sunny. I was out there on my patio having a wonderful time. But I wanted Liberian people to know that CMC is a very mature party. We make decisions according to our constitution. We're one of the fastest growing party in Liberia. So when it comes to leadership and let people listen to my words, it's leadership. It's about quality versus quantity. It's not about, how many people we have. Yes, quantity is important for election because we need the numbers to vote and people will see what we're doing for the Liberian people. Okay. Our party is not here to say, we will just make a lot of big mouths and stuff like that, go around in circles and talk to people. We are really working with the people. We are understanding the people, and we are addressing some of the suffering and bitterness that they have. And that's what we're trying to do. And for that reason, people are attracted to CMC. Okay. But when decisions are being made, it is made according to our constitution. And nobody sits anywhere and just write letters. There's consultation that happen in the background that many of you might not know. There's a lot of consultation that happen in the background. And political leader of the CMC, Musa Hassan Billet, is one of the smartest person that we have in Liberia that I know. And I can say that because I'm among a lot of people who I believe that are smart on a regular basis, on a daily basis, as a matter of fact. And this man, when he makes decision, he is in consultative mode. He's thinking about the future. He's thinking about Liberia. And I really enjoy the fact that he thinks about Liberia a lot, which is consistent with what you were saying, that we really, Liberians need to get together, put ourselves together. Don't wait until somebody dies before you come around. Let's do that regularly. Try to find ways that we can, build something Liberia to accrue financial resources from, to help our people. So we can do that as Liberians once we put ourselves together. So thank you very much. It's great being here today. And I want to welcome all the Liberians. Thank you.
Dr. Richardson, thank you very much. It's good to see you. My brother, Jacob Jala, as always, my friend.
Yeah, so I will basically just try to follow the line of Dr. Richardson on the point, talking about our party, the CMC. We're a development party, and we're proud of our accomplishments so far in over like 12, 13 months in full operation as a national political party. Definitely, the leadership that we enjoyed on honorability is the one that is built on commitment, that is built on energy, that is built on conviction, and backing for this program, what we want to do. The CMC definitely was not organized to be business as usual. We are a set of courageous people, and we get that clearly from Musa Billet, our political leader. This is a man who came up from the base of the society and rose to this level. So he is a man tested, through many battles and tested through fire. So we enjoy the quality of leadership that comes from there. And we're happy. We're an open, broad church of Liberians from all over. We're open to all Liberians coming on board to support this cause. But for some of our citizens or some of our members who may be stepping out of line or have other conviction or have change of mind and they want to do other things, they are free to do that. And Musa has always said, people are free to change direction if they want to move on, but the party remains For some of us who are there, who are bought into the cause, into the agenda, we remain steadfast and we're committed to this noble agenda as a party. Now, Mr. Yobo took a decision according to him based on the consultation and background. He consulted his constituency, he consulted his family, and made a decision that was contrary to what the party believed as a position on the Yeke issue. We're very clear that any action to expel Yeke will be a violation of the law, and that will be counterproductive to what the CMC stands for as a party that believes in the rule of law, that believes in protecting our constitution. He felt that he still needed to move on, and then he voted for Jekyll's expulsion, and the party was very clear that, look, we suspend you pending an investigation. So before going into the investigation, he may have resigned from the party. That's his decision. But as a party, we carry on, continue to remain committed to the cause of the Liberian people.
No, I'm not laughing with you, Kayo. I just laughing at what my brother Jacob just said. Kev, let's hear you. But wait, you forced me to agree that, eh? I get what who said to agree. You forced me to agree.
I mean, we are a big party. If you want to, for example, ask about membership.
Where we are a big party. But I care. Why we are a big party?
Yeah, but again, let me say hi. Let me say hi to everybody. Yeah, you see, over the years, Musa, and Musa is a team player, right? Yeke stood by Kofa, and then Musa in one black. It's not like Jose Yuma Bokai who will betray Yeke. Imagine, Senator, put that. I just want people to imagine. Kanyo is the face now of the Unity Party. Who beat on the Unity Party? Yeke, who were in a position that made Jose Yumaboka to win election. Jose Yumaboka said, no, I want Kanyo. The reason I want Kanyo, because Kanyo is friendly with his countrymen, Fala here with us. I don't want the guys anymore. And Musa not going to stand for that. You want people like Musa in our political space that can stand for something. And that's what Musa did. Musa didn't look, I don't think Musa would look here in that position and say, we get 2 or 3 people. So, I will not suspend. But it's a matter of principle. Jose Imaboka don't have principle. He's not loyal to his people. Musa is. That's the difference there. You understand? Imagine Kanyo is the face of Jose Imaboka movement. The movement and now the big that Kanyo them. Imagine where we going. How can you go against Yeke, who sacrificed everything? Everything. And that's what that message Musa is sending. We have to stand by people who stood with us. And that's what Musa is doing. So I take my hat off to Musa. Musa is a decent man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Because we gotta go again. As a matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put you in the head that riches and I send your building your family. Yeah, man. Musa is decent, man. Don't
say we have few prayer parties that are not true. We are a party with over 81,000 membership. So let's be clear.
Yeah, so I can tell you right now, I get my party online. I get 665,000 membership. Right now, I can tell you that. Will you believe it? Okay, that's the same thing, right? So you and I agree with me that you're 81, that audio 81. Let me bring it down to the Kanyo. Kanyo, what's up?
Not much, CEO. These are interesting times in Liberia. Things are happening, but I think I want to start by appreciating President Boakai for the level of leadership in our country today. Kev is very poor at propaganda. Even when you want to lie, you have to lie in such a way that it is believable. Mix it with some half truths, and then at least people can swallow it. But when you lie so brazenly, so clandestinely, so openly and recklessly, in such a way that people find it very difficult to believe, then it's not propaganda anymore. It's just a comedy. But the point remains that this whole idea of trying to spin the expulsion of Yeke as a question of President Boakai being ungrateful, I think is failing woefully. And people need to find another track. I wrote a piece after we got off the show last night, which I posted on my page later today. And that piece was inspired by the last conversation we had. And I think CEO was the one leading that conversation. And I think some of it is already resurfacing here. The people suffer with you. This is how we put it in Liberian English. The people suffer with you, so therefore they can do no wrong. And we saw that during the CDC era. Kev and all, just that he has become, only when it comes to UP, he grows balls. When it comes to CDC, he can never say anything that challenges what happened in CDC. The force that there. For me, that is the real hypocrisy. It's easier to criticize your opponent, but you can look at yourself and ask yourself some hard questions. If we want this country to move forward, we got to be prepared to say that everyone has a space at the table. Whether it's Kanebag Bala, who was formerly of the CDC, or Jacob Jala, who was CDC and now CMC, or Kev Hassan, who left Spoon and went to closing argument, and now he is back, or whoever it may be, everybody got a space. And I think what the President Boyka, is doing, he's not looking totally at blue or green. He has an agenda. He wants to do the best he can do. He wants to lead as the president for all. And to the extent that people will engage with that and will move that he's prepared to work with people, I think it's a good thing. We criticize, I'm saying we, not me particularly, because until recently I was a CDC, but people criticize CDC for the same attitude of being closed in, locking out other people. If you don't wear a beret, then you're not part of Liberia, you can get opportunities. Many people say these things today. How can you come back again and say we should ignore the wrong because you were associated with supporting President Boga? President Boga said, well, I agree with that. And I think this whole thing is just finding a way to scapegoat the president. Yeke, like I said, in one of my posts, I believe that to whom much is given, a lot is expected. In life, we grow from stage to stage, but some people don't realize when they've grown. And that's where the problem is. You grow, but you still won't be behaving like how you were when you were a boy. And I think that was Yeke's mistake. He grew. You were elected twice by a whole district.
Thank you. It's just 30 seconds of what on your mind. You have gone over 4 minutes. Yeah.
I beg you, let me end on the point.
Go ahead.
I've been away for long, so at least let me put small thing in. He grew. He's at this point, but he still thinks he down there like one Zogo. And it cannot be. Yeke was tolerated over and over and over. And yet he continued to make the same mistake. We got a situation with Guinea that could lead to war. The president of Sierra Leone left his own country, went to Guinea with our president to negotiate so that we can avoid conflict. And you make that kind of reckless statement, you're a lawmaker? No. We can accept these things. Then you want to bring President Boakai.
Thank you very much, Kanye. Let me bring in Dr. George. Emmanuel, it's good to have you on this wonderful, gorgeous Saturday afternoon, man. It's good to have you on.
Thank you, Stanton, and good evening to the team, Kev, Jacob, Councilor Bada. Welcome. You only come on the show and you expect somebody, so it's good to have you around. And Wilfred, welcome. Look, I'm here for the conversation. I don't have any issue that is on my mind that would not be a part of this conversation. So I won't take much time. I will just greet the Liberian people that's joining us on Facebook, YouTube, on the radio station, and on the television station. Good evening to every one of you. Look forward to this conversation. Thank you.
Hey, Dr. George, thanks a lot. I'm going to bring our brother Wilfred Bangura. Go ahead, my friend.
Thank you very much, Stanton. Let me take this opportunity to greet everybody on the panel and to say that it's a great pleasure once again to be part of the show. I specifically do not have anything in my mind, but I'll be looking forward to an engaging conversation tonight, particularly a conversation that will be pertinent, conversation that will move the nation state forward. So I will be looking forward very much to that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. While Dr. Richardson she's back. Dr. Richardson, thank you also for sharing the time with us today while we go through the conversation. Guys, please, when you're not speaking, can you just please mute yourself for better audio? We want to say thanks to all of you joining us out there. Let's have a wonderful conversation. I hope we can spend another 45 minutes, right? We try to leave from here 11 o'clock Liberia time. Of course, that will be 7 o'clock our time here, Eastern time, USA. We hope we can leave the last 45 or 30 minutes just to take calls and hear from our Liberian people. Something I think will be better every day to know where the people are. First of all, on the play that, I'm very, very serious. Like, folks suspending political party members because of the removal of Yeke Koruba. I see that happen before on the Unity Party. CDC did it today, a few days, yesterday or so. They suspended some members, right? And my brother Emmanuel George was so elected that they, suspended some members. But I'm concerned about Jerry Yobo. Jerry Yobo being Jerry Yobo, everybody know him, man. In our chat room, we are not allowed to post stuff outside of the chat room, right? You can be punished, disciplined, and suspended by the board members of the chat room. Who on the board? Well, they are all ghosts, but people can remove you and suspend you. If you think I'm kidding, go ask Vendetta Patrick and Councillor Lafiagu. Lafiagu is under suspension for indecency in the chat room. The Councillor Lafiagu, so we suspended him. So let me just come back on this great program. And I will keep the two CMC member for last, right? Councillor Barbara, you think it was necessary? It's not because that. To me, that's my own view. Jerry Yobo. CMC came up and said they suspended Jerry Yobo. I'm still having trouble understanding why. I know the reason why they say he's suspended temporarily is based on the fact that he voted to remove Yeke Koruba. I think I stand with them on that, though, but I'm troubled. And this, I'm not kidding. I'm just not kidding, right? That CMC suspend Honorable Jerry Koruba Yobo, reaffirm commitment to rule of law and party discipline. Before I say what I want to say, let me come to you, Councillor. I beg you, I may respect your 2 minutes, please. You're not plenty that you're kicking people up.
You gotta put two timer up. One in front of here and one.
Yeah, they gotta I'll put a timer up. But Councillor, there are not that many, right? In my view, and I know they are angry. They are looking at me with bad, ray eye, right? That's fine. That's what we have to talk, right? In CMC's look at what from Bangura left. You think the decision to suspend without investigation, the decision to suspend without calling the mayor asking a question, the decision to suspend a party that just is handicapped right now,
You know, and Musa will get angry with me. That's fine, right? What say you, Councillor? What would you have done differently, Councillor Kanyo?
Well, thank you, CEO. And I got 2 minutes, so I want to talk very quickly. But I want to draw a parallel, to illustrate this whole thing about suspension, expulsion, and deviation from party line. Because normally that's where it starts from. They say you violated the party line, so we suspend you or we expel you. This same thing occurred in the case of Thomas Fowler. And I'm just drawing a parallel in terms of legislative politics. People go to the parliament, they represent parties. But beyond the parties they represent, they also have their own intellect. They have their own mindset about how they interrogate issues that come up. And based on how they interrogate those issues, they take some decisions. Parties need to get to a point where they look at those issues in a broader sense, and not just because a few people in the party have got some personal interests. If you take the Fala case, a few people in the CDC have Kofa as their primary interest. They did not weigh the fact that Fala had a whole history in the CDC of working hard for the party. What they saw was that Fala had assumed a position as an independent person in the legislature. But because it was against Kofa, they expelled Fala with all due process from the CDC. You come to CMC, Jerry Yogbo, who, by the way, I believe, I don't know how Musa managed to get Jerry Yogbo, but he's a very fun guy. He's a solid guy in his own right. Nobody's perfect, but he's a solid guy. You get this man as treasurer of your party, responsible guy, organized guy, treasurer of your party. Apparently, this guy was disgusted by what Yeke was doing. This is not rule of law, good, I know how they call that caucus, rule of law caucus thing. No. This is this guy looking at Yeke and saying, I cannot abide this kind of foolish conduct. And so he votes against Yeke. You move without interrogating again because it is your interest, you suspend him. And he's not having none of that. So what do I say about this? Beyond the fact that CMC is clearly hemorrhaging membership at this point in time, that one is documented. That's not an issue. But I think
we're going to choice of words. We're not hemorrhaging membership. That's not true.
Jacob, start interrupting me, man.
But you're not fair. Allow the brother to speak now.
Jacob, for you. Musa needs to before you go, so you can go ahead to the party. But
thank you, Councillor. We gotta go.
Yeah, let me end because Jacob interrupted me. Let me take some of his time. The point I was making is that there are parallels with this expulsion, suspension by parties here and there. They try to cloak a few people in parties, in the hierarchy of the party, who control the party. They try to cloak their personal interest on party doctrine. If these people had taken decisions that were in their personal interest, they won't get expelled or suspended. When they take decisions against the interests of the kingmakers and the leaders in the party, then they get expelled and they say they have betrayed the party. So they really re-examine that. And CMC, if I were them, I wouldn't even get into that thing. They say they got a parable, what they can say, and you want to get one child, you want John Wish. How you can John Wish, man?
Thank you. Let hold you there. I'm going to take the time now to bring in Dr. Richard saying before we bring in the rest of the guys. These are just my concern. It's nothing personal from my end. You know what we do here because I just want to be fair, though.
Can I make contribution before Dr. Richardson?
All right, you want to keep Dr. Richardson for last? No problem. Now your party mandate. I respect that.
No, she will close it up. I just want to make a
Dr. Richardson, do you agree? Let me ask her for it before I get in trouble. All right, so let me pull this. Always try not to get in trouble with Dr. Richardson. I say Mr. James N. Yogi, National Chairman, Citizen Movement for Change, CMC. Resignation and withdrawal of membership from the Citizen Movement for Change. I acknowledge receipt of your communication conveying the decision of leadership of the Citizen Movement of Change, CMC to impose an indefinite suspension on me, including from my position as Vice Chair for Finance and Investment / National Treasurer, and from all rights and privileges associated with my membership. This is harsh. This was totally harsh. This was beyond harshness. I mean, I don't believe in the CDC and the Unity Party suspension because these guys will come back. But hey, man, I think, go ahead, Jacob. I think CMC owe it to the laboratory to explain. Let me lay this on, right? And I'm going to put fire in this a little bit that the people work on. Councilor Kanyo. They wanted to suspend and remove Jerry Yobo a long time.
Oh, yeah?
I want you to hear me well. CMC wanted to remove. Let me lay my team out. I won't give you juice to suck on. I beg you, Chief. I see that you're pushing me too much. Be patient. Now, let me say this.
You're going to conspiracy theory now.
It's not conspiracy. But Kanyo, you know, why would you look at what I say, you call it conspiracy? Brother, you are offending me. It's not conspiracy. You wanted to remove the man a long time because there was allegation hanging, and to be frank, over Jerry Yoba in the party that they wanted to seize on to remove Jerry Yoba. Right now, as I speak to you, Jerry Yoba is on Ralphie Highway to one of his friends' birthday party right now. I just chatted with him. And he'll make his way to come on the show if he get good connectivity. This is something that was in the making for a long time. They just seized on this opportunity to outcast him. So I know, you know what? You don't want me to talk. I won't say anything more. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah. So okay, I will sidestep that until that's then to a factual matter. Then we can speak to that. But I want to come right back to some of the comment Kanyo made.
Thank God, Thank God he just resigned in less than 2 weeks. I know. We get no talk. Don't say you come. Don't beg the man. Don't beg the man because you don't have the team, but your Secretary General that know more about the party he's seated right here. So by wasting that file, but go ahead, tell your own.
Yeah. You know, you made a broader point because we've talked about the Jerry Yoba thing already in our opening comment. I and Dr. Richardson about the party's position on the matter, and I think that has been fully articulated already. But you know, kind of made a point about, and it seems to be a general point, but I think it's a very important point about, you know, how institutions, including political parties, should function, particularly on the decision-making level. Now, for me, my view is that, and I think that's some of the issue we're having with these political parties on the national scene and with individuals who are members of political parties. You see, before people go to institution, I think it's important for people to individually educate themselves in the first place about how to work in the context of group dynamics before going to institution. And in the first place, people need to also investigate what is the value and the purpose of their involvement in an institution. For example, I told somebody the other day, and I think that's the reason why I think a lot of shifting tends to happen, but also a lot of conflict happens, right? So if you are in a political party and the political party has a position, a policy position on the issue, in the first place, it's impossible for everyone to be able to 100% align everyone behind a single policy position at any given time. It's not possible. There will all be divergence, there will all be diversity of opinion, there will all be different shades and gray on a particular issue. But my perspective is that you can have a particular policy issue in the party, like I'm in the CMC now. There will be issue, there have been issue, or there will be issue that the party will decide on as a body and say, this is our position. Internally, I could say, okay, I don't believe in that position, but I would definitely always support the party position, right? That goes out publicly as a public position of the party, despite my internal disagreement inward. So long I agree to become a member of that institution, a member of the party. And I think this is some of the issue we're having. So if you have your position in a party, the internal debate, the internal dialogue happen, and you state your position, once the party zero in on a unanimous position, you are duty bound, if you want to remain in that institution, to back that policy position of the party. That's the culture. Even the United States, J.D. Vance, the recent war in Iran, and we heard internally he disagreed with American intervention in the war.
That's true.
But once
That's true.
That's
true. You got anything from your manifesto that says that your party representative should abide by? Thank God the Secretary General here. Did they sign on anything that they will be law abiding before they take any national decision? They will have to consult leadership in the party. Do you have anything?
Yes,
Direction saying the man said he won't talk before you back you, Mama. Let you answer.
No, but I can answer you yes.
Yes, share with us. Let's see it. Share with us. Let's see it.
We have the document here.
Share with us. Let's see it.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to do that, but we do. Share with us because you don't have anything. You don't have anything. You don't have anything. You just want to say you have to fly by. This is wrong. Jerry Yoko he become a representative before you even establish a political party.
It doesn't matter. But
it doesn't matter. He doesn't sign up a political party promising not to do his duty, his functions. You cannot compare that with a CDC and a unity party that have been having years of manifesto that is written and doctrine in. You don't have anything. You didn't bring him to his position. You beg for his support. Okay. I mean, let's get it straight. But anyway,
let me.
I'm not gonna give you guys chance tonight, man.
On a particular issue, you get issue. Yeah, you're becoming forced for nothing. The point is very clear. As a party, we said we have a position. I mean, if you listen to me, we all know, Liberians know that Musa Belete and those who organize the CMC are not lazy people, serious people down there. You know, years of experience, professionals, people who have grassroots experience. So we're serious. So as a party, we have a position. Even if we 5 or 10, we are our membership to all 81,000. We are a big party. But even if we 5 or 10, it doesn't matter. We're going for quality. We're going for commitment. We're going for dedication to the cause. We're not fly by net operation. We own here. We are serious.
Thank you. Let me bring it. Thank you very much. We welcome Dr.
Let me make a final point. Okay. In 10 seconds. It's clear, even if Jacob Jala today, if the party has a position, I'm duty bound to respect the party position, even if I disagree with it publicly. I have to respect it. If I step out of the line, the party have all right to discipline me.
Did you sign any commitment to the party prior to joining them?
Yes.
You mean? That Richard, I'm not asking you, Mama. I beg you, man, please.
No, because
if you want to talk to Richardson, then just talk now. Let leave Jacob alone. Jacob can handle his own. Jacob can handle his own, Dr. Richardson.
But I have to ask Jacob the question. Then you see,
no, I will just pass. But that Jacob, I mean, I don't want you to be that Kev Hassan like Akaris Gray. Akaris Gray want to answer all the questions for Kev Hassan on the show. And that's not right. Jacob can handle his own. I mean, when it comes to Akaris Gray and Kev Hassan, Akaris Gray can't go by, and you know, Akaris think that he could answer all of Kev's questions because Kev doesn't know how to answer questions. And that's some of the reason he's not on the show today, because he was making Kev mad. So I don't believe that Richardson would do the thing to an astute character like Jacob Jala. Because Jacob Jala can answer his own question, right, Kanyo? Jacob Jala can answer his own question.
What your games are. So
what question now? Other question.
No, we pass. I welcome Winfred Bangura. Winfred Bangura.
Answer the question.
No. Your man said don't answer it, so we come back.
It's not funny. This is very serious. Very insulting for female.
That really come on, man. Come on. You my mom too. You everybody on the show.
This is you do this. You know you do this when you
stand down. Let Doc talk. Go ahead, Dr. Richardson talk.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta get under her skin. I gotta get under her skin. I don't want to talk.
Let Doc talk.
So the question, the question you asked, you say, I know you asked, I'm going to say whether I sign a document. So I tell you, Kanye is saying one thing, but so long I'm in the CMC, I will never ever.
Did you sign any document? That's the question. Not so long. Do you have any legal document to show us that you are committed to the rules governing CMC? Did you sign any document?
I'm an institutional guy.
Did you sign any document?
I'm a member of the CMC.
Did you sign any document?
No.
You didn't. You need to stop. Jacob. And here's the issue. Jacob, and here's the issue. Did you sign any document?
I feel
you saw a membership, right? You saw a membership, right?
Yeah.
Wait, Kyle. What are the conditions on that membership for? How long it is?
No, but what Bangura say? But when your Secretary General of the party.
But Bangura said nothing. Why you picking up Bangura? Bangura didn't say anything.
Oh, didn't say nothing. Yeah, okay.
Well, I can tell you, as the global chair before a position.
Jacob, I haven't spoken. You should answer the question. I haven't spoken.
Excuse me, I'm speaking, please. Before I offer a position
They're gonna get hard, They're gonna get hard today. They're gonna afraid to laugh because you know Bangura here. If you say it's Bangura,
you know he cannot say yes because the Secretary General right here.
No, listen. We have I don't fill a form. We have a digital. We have a digital system. I fill a form. I fill a form. All of our digital platform. I fill a form.
Where?
For the party.
Wait, Kyle, wait. Fill a form where, Jacob?
I'm SG, but if you know about it, then there are questions in row as SG of the party. But that's not the point. But I fill form.
But the form you fill up, you show your commitment to be law abiding, even as a representative. That they will make the decision. No, you didn't.
You play.
I'm not playing. All right, let me bring manager because that Richardson went in the back. Let me bring her first in back. Okay, that's fine. Kev, let's hear you. That Richardson going in the back. When she come back, she will talk. And guys, and that's why I don't want to do this.
I'm speaking.
Okay, that Richardson, go ahead.
Okay.
That Richardson, go ahead.
I appreciate that when I'm speaking that.
Yeah, everybody, please mute themselves, please. Let Dara Richardson speak freely.
I try to do that when others are speaking, except if you're saying something that I need to correct you on. Okay, number one, as the global chair, which is what I was trying to say, everyone has to sign something when they accept a position. You have to sign your commitment to the political party. And I want to echo what Jacob Jala said. You have to know and read the Constitution. You get the Constitution of the political party. You have to read it. You have to know it. Okay? And it's so unfortunate our country is the way that it is, that the constituents, somebody can say that, I would join a political party. I don't have to educate my constituent. You have to tell your constituent that you're a part of a political party. Okay? And your constituent has to also ask you questions. So this whole issue that we have here is up to the Liberians now to elect people who they want to have in political party or not in political party. But for someone to tell me that they consult with their constituent and their constituent made a decision, that is left for me to ask. How did you consult with your constituent? Do we have any electronic data ways of communicating with our constituents in Liberia? And so I want to echo again, you have to be familiar with the Constitution. And Jacob is right. You can disagree with the political leader. A lot of attacks have been going on with political parties these days on this show. But there's some good to it, especially in the country that we have. There's some good in terms of leadership struggles, leadership building, nation building. There's some good in terms of accountability. And this was not, let me repeat, about whether we like Yeke or not. It was about affirming due process and the rule of law. That's what it was about. If you read all of the letters, that's what it says. So thank you very much.
Dara Richardson, thank you very much. Kev Hassan?
Well, I don't know why you focus on whether Jacob signed or not. Well, we should be focusing on what the CMC stand for. According to their own constitution, their own law, the article, and 8B, when I was searching it, I was looking at it, it states that, you gotta stand with the party. It states, I can send it to you, stand up so you can look at it. Anything against the party, you will be suspended. And he signed to that. The party position, well, to support Yeke. according to what Jerry Young was saying. You see, Stanton, I think we should be beating on people who will sign a legal document and go against it. I don't think we should be beating on Musa, whether they have 2 people or 3 or this, but what they stand for, and he signed to it, right? So he should follow. That's the kind of person that you want as a lawmaker. But you join a party, what the party stand for, and you against. Stand on. We get Kanye here. You get Wilford Bangura here. These 2 guys don't stand for nothing. Nothing. You understand? Nothing. And if you don't stand for something, you can fall for anything.
Only when you jump
Nothing.
to closing argument.
Nothing they don't stand
Wait,
for.
Kyle, let the man talk. I beg you, man.
You understand? Can you leave from Liberty Party? He comes to CDC, leave CDC, Liberty Party. Now, Joseph Ivan Boka, he's all over the place. That's a person who don't stand for nothing, right? When you stand for something, right, and you leave something and you come back, you should admit that you were wrong. You should come up and tell the world that you're wrong for your action. That's somebody who stands for something, because you can admit to your faults, right? But Wilford Bangura and Kanye don't stand for nothing. Nothing they don't stand for. The only thing is this man went to MDI purely because Jeremiah couldn't call him and talk to him and say, "My man, we will not put your name on that indictment and we will take your name off in mid-air." You see, he gave up. But we'll come
to that. Yeah, but putting that, listen, guys, everybody got 2 minutes to talk. You cannot round up for more than 2 minutes, man, please.
Okay, 30 seconds.
People take that 2 minutes to attack others, then people will be scared. Then we can continue like that.
You see, Kanyo
will do another round. You will have time to talk, Kanyo. You have time to speak, Kanyo. You have another round. Let him use his 2 minutes. Go ahead, Kev.
But if you use a 2 minute to attack, then we have to opportunity to respond.
Yeah, but you respond when we get to you, Kanyo. Let him speak freely.
You see, Kanyo, when he thought that Bromsky was going to win, he was there. When he realized that Joel will win, he flipped. So they don't stand for anything, Stanton. They can
so Kanye is a flip-flopper. So Kanye is a flip-flopper.
Big time flip-flopper. Big time, both of them. Wilford Bangura and Kanye, both of them.
Went to closing argument, you were not flip-flopping. When the money finish, when you came out to speak, what you are
it's a waste of time. But when you stand for something,
let me bring in Wilfred Bangura. We keep that to George and Dr. Brooklyn for the closing argument here. Wilfred, welcome, my friend. But Wilfred, quickly, I want you to address the Jerry Yoba issue. And it's very important for us to do so because I was taken aback when I saw this announcement from Jerry Yoba when they said, "Listen, guys, this is not how things should be." But let's hear you. Let's hear you, Bangura.
Thank you, Stanton. I spoke to, for full disclosure, I spoke to Jerry Yoba today. He shared with me both letters, his suspension, and he also shared with me his response. But I will say this for the record. When I was in the CMC, Jerry Yoba was one of the nastiest persons I ever met. He was a very dedicated man. He was loyal to the party. And he was one person that I could count on, and anybody else in the party, including the political leader, could count on at any time. I recall his role in the by-election in Nimba. He left his constituency and his work. He was in encyclopedia with us during the by-election for the entire month of April of last year. And he was somebody who really meant well for the institution. I was very saddened today when I saw that actions were taken against him. I spoke to him. Of course, he gave me a side of the story. And then he said he was going to appropriately respond, and he resigned. I think that it's a sad day for the CMC to lose a very dedicated, committed, and loyal man, such as Jerry Yobo. You are not going to have any person like Jerry Yobo. At any time, he was there, he was willing to assist, he was prepared to streamline budgets, to make savings for the institution, and to play his role as the national vice chairperson for finance and national treasurer. So I bemourn that decision. The other thing is,
CMC playing Sierra Weech.
I think he will be fine by next week. Jeremiah Cohen will give him a styling, and he will be able to come on. So let manage him today. Yes, Jeremiah Cohen, I got a $1,000 styling. He'll do well here on Spoon. But let's see whether he's back to finish
you
up.
do your team. Don't let Stanton know about the detail behind it. It's your issue.
So, but while we wait for Wilford, let me ask you that to George, right? Wilford was going somewhere, and take it away now. Take it away. Jerry Yobo resigned, and here we are. You're muted, man.
Josh.
Yes, sometimes I say I brought my dash here tonight so I can be watching the drama with Kanye here tonight, saying he keen on show. Look, let me congratulate the CMC and the CDC. The UP made the same decision on September 11, 2022, too, when they sent out 8 of the senators. Oh, yes, our Constitution says we have the right to associate and disassociate. But when you associate, the organizations that you decide to be member also have rules. Everyone enter a political party for an interest. And the interest includes sacrifice that we have to make to build out the political party. So we don't come and dancing because someone was doing the work that they were called to do. But we have to grow strong institutions. We cannot have a situation where in the last 20 years, our national legislature has no opposition. Whenever, if it is UP government today, everybody flip to UP and support them. When the CDC government tomorrow, everybody flip to CDC and support them. No, we have to have members of the opposition who have spines to stand up as opposition, to go to caucus, to agree together what they are going to say, and to stand up. But whenever we put something on the floor, whenever there is an issue on the floor, none of us in the opposition are very sure as to how our opposition members and legislature are going to vote. Because many of them are better driven. They have no interest in a political manifesto of the political party they are on, besides themselves. So yes, I support parties suspending them. We are building a democracy. Some of us will suffer in the process. But in the next 10 years, whenever anybody becomes a member of a political party, they will think twice when the institution is speaking. You cannot have your political leader and your institution making a stance, and every time you go against it. I'm against it, and it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen in my party too also. Because there are some of them who voted the Fonanti Kofa stuff and they voted this other stuff, and then they are not even benefiting the party. And our members have sweat, they have toiled, struggled with them to put them in the position they are in. So I agree with this. I congratulate CMC. You will suffer for some time, but at the end of the day, once we are realistic about where we are going, we will be able to get good people who are willing to respect the Constitution and the manifesto of the political parties they are members of and will stand with our political party. Why is it that in our neighboring countries, for example, Ghana, do you see MPP lawmakers running against the political party when it comes to serious critical issues that the MPP believe that they must speak against? But in our country, none of us in the opposition can tell who. I don't know whether the soundbite is coming from me, but there's a soundbite. We should be able to go to bed at night and knowing that tomorrow all members of the opposition will vote against this bill. But you have this issue, this comical issue against Yeke, and none of them could stand firm. Besides the few that have always been standing firm, none of them could have the backbone to stand firm and ask for just the minimum due process.
Dr. George, allow me to please ask you a few questions, and I know you, and I know you're expressing yourself. How many members do you have in the legislature from ANC?
3.
Can you name them?
Not yet. We have 3.
Why?
You say?
So your own.
Why?
Why? Well, let's move on, man.
No, we're not moving on. Don't do that, Kev. Don't do that.
Sorry, not 3, 4. I'm sorry, 4.
Don't do that. We are having some very serious conversation here.
Yeah, well,
let me apologize. We have 4.
Let's go to the next person.
Kev, stop. Kev, you're not the moderator yet. Kev, stop. How many members you have at the Capitol building, Emmanuel George?
We have 4 in the House of Representatives that are affiliated with the ANC and 1 in the Senate.
So you got 5?
Yeah.
Okay, can you name them?
No, at the moment, I would name only 1.
No. Can you name them all?
No, I can name 2 of them, right? I can name 2.
No. Can't remember how about stop, man. Let me do my own talking to my man. You
let me have
grateful. You don't do this.
No, I know them by names, and I'm not going to name. I can name only 2 of them on the show.
Dr. George, you see, when I said Dr. George, I place you as a professional person here. When I say Emmanuel, then we can do our own. But let's be very serious, Dr. George, right? Pastor George, let's be serious. Let me put you on the oath now.
You can find all the title breeders together.
Right? No, to be frank, how many members ANC have at the legislature? There are how many? You said
the
5.
ANC have 5, 1 in the Senate and 4 in the House of Representatives are affiliated.
Can you name them?
I'm saying that I'm not going to name them in the center. I've given it.
Where's the guy? Let me put it in the back. He just said, wait, leave it. Can you name them? Emmanuel George, can you name
how
your
can
members?
that one be independent when he's the vice chair for administration?
Hey, Councilor, the man will be there tonight.
That is the vice chair for administration.
Don't say anything. The man will find reason to escape. Emmanuel George, Dr. George, can you name your members, please?
Stanton, I plead the 5th on this one. When the party take a stance, you will know their name.
You see, and that's the reason why we are where we are. That's the reason why we are where we are. You don't even know the members you have in the House of Representatives and at the Senate. You got Boss Charles Sibwe, Boss Chip Sibwe. Senate may become a senator. He have voted all against the interests of Mr. Cummings and ANC. Not one day you guys have suspended him. Not one day. And you encourage him, Musa, like only 2 people to suspend only 2 people. I mean, that being council, wow, that being hypocritical. You cannot do that with a draft face on this show. You got 4 members. So you saying you got 4 members in the House of Representatives. They remove Fanatico for you do jack about it. Your members voted. And I know the 4 members you're talking about. That today you want to say, because Yeke, you're going to punish them? Don't do this, man. We'll move to that to go back. No, we're done. Don't do this.
How will we be done? You are making accusations of
name your members. You are refusing to name your members. And by the way, though, let me rest on this. By the way, you ran as CPP. You didn't run as AMC. So you know who are your members from CPP? Young Kenya Lawrence, Prince Moyi, Bossa Sebe. Let's go down and name them. Those are your CPP members. Darius DeLong. Those are your CPP members. I can name all of them. But some of them fled. That's why you're afraid to call them your members. ANC got no members in the House of Representatives. ANC got no members in the House of Senate or in the Senate. They got none. Because they didn't run on the ANC ticket. How dare you can't sit down and say they joined ANC? They said name them, you said no. You let your lips
raising
tire.
our
You let your
voices
lips
and
tire.
going
I
around
mean,
for
that the
points that
problem
doesn't
bring you
exist
on.
doesn't makes it the truth. The
But,
issue here
my
is that
friend,
the CPP was a
we gave you
collaboration
the
of
time and
political
say,
parties.
name your
No, I don't want
member.
to talk above you. The
We,
CPP was a collaboration of political parties. When the CPP came to an end, every political person went back to their political parties. So there are 4 members of the legislature who affiliate and identify with the Alternative National Congress. 4 of them.
Name them.
And I told you tonight, when the party has made a stance, you will know them. When the party have taken a decision, you will
Bro,
know
that's a
them.
problem like why we go to phobia. You gotta stop this game, man. You gotta stop, seriously.
No,
I will have
I know their names.
name.
You're the one who don't know. I know them. I know the 4 of them in the House of Representatives, and they know themselves.
Alex, Anthony Williams,
I know you know that you serve as treasurer for that party. You know
your audio.
Yeah, because my mic is open, so you won't hear Fubi better. I was shutting my mouth. Dado Boble, welcome to the show, by the way, Dado Boble. Thank you very much. We are getting closer. We are family. You know, your mother-in-law is a sweetheart. She checks on me every day. You know, I admire her a lot. You know, and I'll pay her another visit. So yeah, Dado Boble, welcome to the show. I'm telling her everything I know about you concerning her daughter. So don't get mad when she approaches you on it. But welcome to the show, Dado Boble.
She's a special lady. I'm a witness. Like the Baptists would say, can I get a witness? I'm a witness. I'm a witness. Good evening, everybody. Good to be here tonight on the weekend. On the weekend from Marquis County. It's good to be here. I just want to say to George and Jacob and Dr. Reyes, political parties are important organizations for governance and transformation of the country. And we're supposed to organize ourselves according to our affiliation, according to our affinity agreement, all those things. For parties that are new, though, this is a great opportunity to be bold and do some things differently. If you look at stories across the continent, you look at, the 37-year-old youngest African leader, Ibrahim Traore, you can have your differences with him, but he laid down some bold moves that transformed the country. He said, we're not going to export gold. We're going to start to produce stuff here. You go to places like Rwanda, transformation, universal health care. Over 90% of Rwandans get free health care, or huge investment in human capital. So it's an opportunity in a country where only 13% of our roads are paved, where we can't get 24 hours electricity. We've been at it now for almost 30 years. The mold is a certain way. And if you're bold enough to transform the country by trusting people or introduce something different, like from the bottom up kind of leadership mode, decentralization, you have an opportunity. But if the message is just we would do better what the other people have been doing, then that's a tough case to make, because plenty of people have been coming to here, good people, gifted people, educated people, and we're still dragging the way we are. It's a good opportunity. And then, nobody should be apologetic for their affiliation. People have a right to affiliate when they want to, and people can move when they want to. I think the goal, though, is to try to make a case to get as many people. Political parties are about people, and so that you can win elections, so that you can execute your policy and your vision. So you got to be patient with people and just keep drawing it wider, make the tent bigger, so you get more and more people to listen to you and to buy into. This is an opportunity. Our country needs transformation. We need it sooner rather than later. So let's be bold and try to do some things differently. And I just think we can do it better. Because we can do it better has not worked too well. Because as soon as we get there, then we do the same thing that other people did. Then we talk the same way that other people talk, because the mold is the same. Good to be here tonight. I look forward to the conversation.
Thank you very much for saying that.
Yeah, we want to bring in Fubi. Fubi, well, what's up? Let's welcome Gibson Jeru. on this good weekend, and a lot of people are out there doing the thing, and we are here speaking to the Liberian people. Fubi, let's hear you on Jerry Yoba Destination.
Yeah, so good evening and thank you. So, yes, I support Jerry Yabot's stance, and that's the same reason why I resigned from the ANC. So political parties, we all have our manifesto, our policies, but at the same time, you can't put your fish in every oil that frying. As soon as you see oil frying, you take fish, you put it inside. No, political party got to learn to know that people also have their free will to make certain decisions. What is Yeke at the legislature? What benefit was Yeke to the CMC that you have to suspend your member because of Yeke? What benefit the Simba CDC did? The senior told them what benefit was Funatu Kofa to ANC. You had to suspend us for speaking against Funatu Kofa. Funatu Kofa had election. He challenged all of the supporters of the fire. Our thanking the fire with 40. So what you want to say? So politics are choice, politics are interest, politics are you got your own alignment. At a certain point, there are major party policies that you have. Yeke is not a party policy for CMC. So you can't be suspending your members because of Yeke, of voting for expulsion of Yeke. That's not a party policy to say Yeke is a party policy. This is what the party has crafted and put. It was just an agenda on the floor that people said, look, we have to expel this member for XYZ reasons. And if your party saw that fit and said, I support this cause to remove Yeke, and that was a freedom of choice. Party cannot guide people and have a stringent measure that you must be like this. No, there are interests of the party, we agree, but they got party party specific policies that you say this is what the party is championing to the house to change the living condition of people, to policy that the party are putting forth. Yeke is not a party policy. So the parties that are suspending their members because of Yeke are just unfortunate. And I support Jerry Yako's stance. I was sure I'll do the same thing because I did the same thing with the ANC. When they suspended me, why even investigating me, and not even serving me my suspension letter. I only saw post on Facebook that I was suspended for 6 months. At least for me, I waited for the suspension to end before I resigned. Jerry Yako resigned, immediately he got his off. So we all respond differently. But I decided, so let me just give them a chance to enjoy their mandate about their suspension, and I will resign afterwards. And Jerry Yako chose the other way, but I support that decision 100%. Party should learn not to fry their fish in every oil that they see frying. You have a party, your own food cooking to your house. This is the party policy. Everybody agree. You put it out. If Jerry Yako goes, your policy goes against that, then you have reason to suspend it. But you can't just jump off some national issue happening. You just jump on and say everybody must fall in line that marching order. It doesn't work like that. You gotta understand that.
Then let me bring you back to our brother. Hope he can come on before we go to Kanyo and Gibson. These 4 members from the House of Representatives that Dr. George refusing to name. I mean, it's more troubling that he said they do have 4 members, but he's not naming. What do you think, Henry Fubi?
Stand up before.
The 4 members of the House of Representatives that represent the Yam Flomo of Nima County, represent the Anthony Williams of Maryland, Nathaniel represented Bawe from Grand Crew, and Tinta Wambe also from Nimba. That Wambe they didn't vote for the removal of Yeke, but the other 3 voted for the removal of Yeke, and they had their own reasons. You can't say, and like I said earlier, Yeke is not party policy. Yeke is now a decision that the party sat down executive committee meeting and said, this is our policy for national growth. This is our policy to champion, to drive the nation this way. Yeke was just made an unfortunate statement against the nation. The colleagues saw that fate, and instead of him being humble to rally support around his colleagues, he became defiant and started to challenge them that they can't do anything to him. Not knowing that, being in the house for 8+ years, you should know better that the power that be at the house, that majority vote. During the WIA administration, they suspended you, I think, for 6 months or so. You ran to the Supreme Court for pay. The Supreme Court ruling for
those are the 3 members you think they will be suspended. The ANC will be suspended. You think it's even matter to them too? I've never heard them associated with the exception of Taiwan with that those people they are associating with ANC.
Those guys won't care if it's because they suspended them before with the Spunatikofa saga were four. The three of them plus me were suspended, and they're back and they still moving forward. So the party should learn to.
Did they officially bring them back?
No, the suspension was for 6 months. So after 6 months, it's automatic.
Okay. Dr. Richardson, please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to correct something that Fubi is saying. We didn't suspend because of Yeke. We didn't suspend Jerry Yobo because of Yeke. He was suspended because of the rule of law. He was not consistent with the rule of law. That's what we suspended him for. So you keep on bringing this Yeke story. You know, it was suspended because we want to maintain good governance.
I understand what you mean. He was suspended because of the rule of law. It wasn't consistent.
Okay, let me answer that for you in detail since and let me explain that. Okay, we wanted to maintain the rule of law in the country. All right, we felt that the House rule should not supersede the Constitution. That's what we felt. We felt that the House of Representatives should not supersede the judicial branch when they put a state order on a situation. And we suspended.
So the whole thing is suspended because of the Yeke situation, man, that took place in there.
Well, you can believe that.
She said it's too
You want to want to interpret for her.
No, but that's what she's saying. It's a rule of law. I
want her to explain to me, my man.
Yeah, but it's simple.
But you refuse to listen.
But it's simple to you, it's not simple to me. I was born in Liberia, in Ghana State. You were born in Sierra Leone, in Tingbeta. We are different people. I'm begging you. Dr. Richardson, can you explain to your Liberia brother for me to understand it better, please?
I already did. I don't think I need to.
Dr. Richardson, the issue came from Yeke. The issue came from Yeke scenario, correct?
It was
that
not. I want to correct what Fubi Henry is saying. He said that it was about Yeke. We have no fish to fry in Yeke oil. And the political party of CMC is saying that we stood with the rule of law. We stood for good governance. That's what we're saying.
It's very simple. What she's explaining.
It had nothing to do with Yeke, with what Yeke said. Okay? It was about due process, giving Yeke the due process, allowing him to be able to go through what the House, not necessarily the rules, but allowing him to go through the legal process.
Stay about Yeke.
You say that about Yeke. They say allow Yeke to get due process. Which one we on here now?
No.
We got let's can you talk, then we'll go to KFC.
No, you're dismissing what I'm saying. That's why you're acting like you're not
I want to understand. You say it's not for Yeke, then you say
let's be fair now. Fubi Heron made a point, and all I listen to him. He said Yeke issue is not a policy issue. And she clarified to you that this is something that concerns us. As a party, we have a position on the Yeke situation. So it's something that will concern all the areas of oil that we have first to fry in. And that position was that, if I'm getting feedback, but that position was that, can you please mute? And that position was very clear. We said as a party, we made that decision that whatever happened in the legislature, the removal of Yeke was a violation of the law, of the rule of law. He didn't have due process. The legislature didn't respect all of the standards required as far as the party was concerned to satisfy the expulsion of Yeke. So we're asking all members of our party to not vote for anything that looked like expelling Yeke, period. That's a policy position. So all members will vote that would be clearly a violation of
stop criminalizing this thing, man. It's not. It's what it's saying. It's saying that the stand or they stood for the rule of law. That's what they say. What hard to hear? Think, why are
Hey, the thing
let
is
me
simple,
tell
right?
you,
Now,
man.
They say about Yeke, you go all the time in the Yeke business, you're suspending the man. Nothing else. All that rule or
who
law,
said
rule
we
and
don't have
law,
no
Yeke
fish,
business.
no fish to fry in our oil?
Then
Why
we
you do
only
that?
Yeke business.
make a choice to
We
use
will
So we have
bring
no
it,
fish to fry in the
Councilor,
oil.
Councilor Kanyo Bala, Councilor Bala, and then we're bringing Gibson, Jerry, both guys from Grand G there. And for me, maybe, yes, indeed, I graduated from Wellhurstone, but I get some sense. It's all about Yeke and his removal. CMC disagree with the process under which Yeke, the government saying that they expel Yeke. Therefore, CMC is frowning upon all of her members, but only jury your body gets, I would say, member, that signed on a resolution minus the political leader Musa Ability. And they are suspending him because he signed on the document to remove Yeke. So it's about Yeke. Hey, man.
Again, not only
Kyle,
Jerry Young, we also have other members.
who else you suspended? Who else you suspended? Who else you suspended, Chica?
CEO, that
Wait,
all
wait,
just
I beg you, Kayo. Kayo, I beg you. Who else you suspended, Jacob?
No, not suspended. You said only Jerry Jabba get plus Musa. I said no, we have other members in the legislature who did not even vote
Okay.
for the removal.
You
So I
got
just
you got
corrected
J,
that.
you got J Marvin Cole. Who else you got?
Oh,
Thomas Goshua.
You got who?
Thomas Goshua.
I need to be fair with you. You are naming your own, but that the jury refused to name your own a ghost he got. Go ahead, Kanyo. Let's hear you.
But you know, I hear people talking CEO about Yeke didn't get due process and therefore rule of law was violated, and therefore they are standing for the rule of law and suspending their members. But I don't know where they get this idea that Yeke did not get due process. You know, in law we say the basic elementary understanding of due process is the law that hears before it condemns. For us to say you get due process, we must give you an opportunity to be heard. When we hear you, we don't have to agree with you, but you must be heard. Yeke was given a forum to be heard. He came to that forum constituted by the legislature. He asked for time. They gave him 2 days. He came back. They said, look, these are the parameters here. This is how you operate here. He said, no, I can't operate there. My lawyers must speak. I can't speak. The folks said, no, these are not the rules. The man walked away from the forum. How can you say he did not have due process when he walked away from the forum? As a matter of fact, Yeke walking away from the forum was a more egregious offense than even what he said out there, because he turned his back on his colleagues who had said, look, we heard that you behave in a particular way. Come and explain yourself. And he walked away. It's like you go to court, you sit there before a judge, and the judge has arraigned you, and you get up, you walk out of court. That is contempt of court. It was even worse than what Yeke did out there. And I believe that's why the suspension went to expulsion. So it is paradoxical for CMC to come here and say this is a rule of law matter, because Yeke was giving his day. He chose not to take his day. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to say. Yes, what I wanted to say. All right, that was just an aside. You know, in every political party, there's a certain group of people. Yeah, my man, don't interrupt me, man. I'm in my rhythm. In every political party, there are a certain group of people, and I choose to call that group of people the cabal or sycophantic nincompoops. And I'll repeat that for the record. The cabal or sycophantic nincompoops. You see, these people, they will never disagree on critical issues. When the few people who run the party make a decision, they will agree. If that decision are red, they will follow red. When are blue, they will follow blue. They have no independent or critical opinion. They always play safe so that they are on the side of the people who run the party and who run the position. Kef Hassan is one of those in the CDC, and there are many of them. When we take critical positions, based on our conviction. And as a result of that conviction, we come into the firing line with those who want to be the only ones to run a political institution. KEF don't open their mouth, because all KEF does is to take the side of the people who want a certain position. KEF talk about, we don't stand for anything. Does KEF know how I left the CDC at the time I left the CDC? He was nowhere around the CDC at that time. When we started to project President Weah to be president, when it was travesty to even think that a soccer player can be president, where was KEF Hassan? Before they started giving him 10,000 to sit down on spoon, where was he? We took it upon ourselves as young student leaders to project President Weah. And when I left the CDC at the time, before I went to Liberty Party, I left on principle, not because of inducement whatsoever. Musa Belete is here asking today. Darius Dillon is here asking today. When I came to Liberty Party, whether they offer me money or any opportunity, I walk away from the CDC simply because I will not take a principal position for someone to lead. And when it comes to a decision of the party, people want to override what the party must do. I didn't do that. So you can't come here and call people that us into question on, issues of loyalty. The fact remains that if political parties want to exert any moral authority over the people who go to parliament, they must start with decision making within their parties. How do they make decisions? Do they convene? Do they respect National Executive Committee? When was the last National Executive Committee met? I raised an issue before. Even as I sit here, I was expelled from CDC recently. We came on spoon, we laughed. Was I convened to any forum to say that you are under a particular question mark? Let's discuss because we want to expel you, you have done certain things. Zero. But this is the same CDC.
Thank you, Kayo.
Due process.
Kayo, thank you. I agree with you. And that's the point I was trying to make, Kayo, right? Because we got to bring Gibson in and go to two other topics real quick. I agree with you. You didn't sign any document, right? Forget about the due process that they were to call you here and there. But let me ask you, Kayo, did you sign any document that decision you may take contrary to the decision of the party you should be liable for? How do you guys join this political party? Don't you guys read?
I was a card-carrying member of the CDC, all right? I wasn't one of those who just formed myself around CDC. And I wasn't one of those who was a friend of the president and by extension became a seditious. I made a conscious decision to be a part of the CDC. I carry a membership card. Now, when you carry a membership card of a political party, you ascribe to the foundational documents. There are things that are in that document that say what the party is about. Policy does not mean you decide a particular issue and say everybody follow. Policy is about the general environment of documentation that the party stands for. If you claim that I have traversed that particular thing or violated it, you must offer a forum and show. I believe that by being a member of the CDC at the time, just using myself as an example, I subscribe to the ideology of the party.
Did you read what you subscribe to, or you just subscribe by signing?
No, I read it. I'm not one of those.
Yeah, so I agree. Did you see anything in there that you think?
There's a lot of things in there. For example, let me just localize it to the Jaeger situation. There will be no ideology that say when the party decides you shouldn't vote against a person, don't vote against them. No, the party will stand for the rule of law. All parties will stand for due process. The right to confront your accuser. These fundamental things support the people, etc. Then people in the party want to take political positions and constrain people in the house to vote for their narrow interests when those interests are not reflected on what the party.
Let me hold you that. I gotta bring in Gibson because we gotta run. And that's the mistake I think political party in the country are making. When Kayo come Gibson to say I want to join the central movement, right? He should be able to read something on the document that said, my man, you're running to be representative, sign here. The voice of the central movement is the voice in which you're going to vote. You will not go contrary to the decision of the central movement. Do you agree? Yes. Is that how you're going to vote? Yes. No political party in the country have that. They said because you agree to the manifesto and policy of the party, you agree one, you agree all. And I think that's wrong. CMC cannot show us anything that hold Jerry Yogba commitment that he must agree when he voted on national issue in the interest of his district in line with the party. It's not only Jerry Yogba.
Can I just say something quickly?
Real quick, we got to bring in Gibson real quick.
It's just a quick one.
Go ahead.
Now, the point you're making is that the party ideology will not say a specific thing. It will describe a certain way of doing things. Now, if Yogba is in the legislature, Yogba believes that Yeke has behaved in a repugnant fashion to the legislature, brought it into disrepute. If you are a party of the rule of law and propriety and you respect yourself, how can you say Yogba voting against recklessness is against the ideology of your party? It's paradoxical. So if you now suspend Yogba because of this, then in our own party ideology is on your narrow political interest. And that's
can I make a quick interjection? I beg you.
I gotta bring in Jason, guys. Let me bring in
the political party, they made decision by themselves. They come to impose the majority.
In that case,
they say no. You're not party law. You're not loyal to party. We spare you.
No. Can you to a point?
We gotta bring in Gibson, guys. We gotta bring in Gibson.
I just want to point this out. In that case, okay, for example, Mr. Yogba, whoever that person is, you take disagreement. I come in and stand on. You take that disagreement internally within the party, in the internal party debate. But if you lost the argument in the internal party debate, right, and the party develop a line publicly, you have to toe the line. That's the culture. That's the value of institution. You have to toe the line. Well, you can't lose the argument in the party.
So if
then
the
you join
line
us and take a contrary position.
The party, you toe the line.
And definitely,
I think, and that's why you have some greedy, hustling. You have more greedy.
Because
let Gibson go ahead, Dr. Richardson, and you can come and let Gibson the chance. But I believe that you have more greedy and party that hustling and make things so difficult. Put something on paper, Gibson, that these guys then should be Lord abiding. They should sign on to, like Fubi was saying, he has nothing. ANC just suspended him because he didn't agree with what AMC were trying. Last minute of time, he wanted the man to flip. It should be there.
That one, most of them.
John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten. So we know
you see the reason why we don't get in this back and forth argument is because we will not have the time to lay the premise down. I will allow. I mean, Kanu have just blah 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 blah, and I appreciate the fact that he have been to many political parties. So I think that's the reason why he found it difficult to.
They make him a 4 political parties. You can't remember which is which.
You say
4 political parties, so you can't remember which is which.
Yeah, because it is clear in our. I don't know about the CMC, but it's clear in our ANC guidelines how we do political things. But but Stanton,
they got two political parties. The main NCDC, the main CMC.
So but are you a Jacob Benson?
Have you always been in opposition?
Then I will allow Jerry to talk away from my time.
Let's hear you, Gibson.
Listen, I got 3 things to say today. 3 short things to say. The first one I'm going to say, I'm going to join CDC much earlier than I planned. I have been talked to by 7 important.
It's very, very important, guys. It's
very, very important to me. It is very important to me. Today, I'm making an announcement. I'm going to the CDC USA convention in June, and I will join CDC officially. I've been talked to by 7 great CDCians very close to the CDC who told me to wait until I get to Liberia. They want to be part of them. One of them is Pap Sam Sale. He said, Gibson, you're not going to join CDC in America. You will come to Liberia. I will be part of the program, and you will join CDC officially at the party headquarters. Don't join it on a cover unless I'm there too. He's one of them. The other 6 I will not name. I'm just telling you the validity of my decision to join before that time. And the first thing I'm going to say. The second thing I'm going to say.
Why are you joining early? Why are you joining early?
Exactly the way I'm coming to now. The second thing I'm going to say, the reason I'm going to join early is to participate in the discussion of the decision-making process in the new CDC. The expulsion of the 6th edition was hasty, lack of rule of law, the very thing that they are fighting for, and that's exactly what they did. You cannot suspend 6 important members of your party when you have not brought them to the party headquarters, when you have not sat with them, when you have not allowed them to give their own reason, and in the suspension letter, you did not tell us what crime they have committed. I will be participating in that discussion as a valid sedition and not as a person who will be a prospective sedition. The third thing I'm going to say is all members of the political party are members of political party, but when they ascend to the representative position and they are elected by the people, they serve the districts and the county they serve. Before a political party project their power over them, the political party will have to be very careful. Because when these people go to section, when they are going to their district to consult their district, they don't call the party to come there. They call their district. They ask the district. They go to the district to seek advice. They may report to their district. They represent their district. They represent the people who are in the district. So for a political party to just go and suspend or expel their member, it is too far. It's a far egregious action. Now, why would the CDC or CMC even suspend one member of their officials for any of the representatives because of whatever? Is there a crime that you can articulate that they have committed by voting? Or is it because you told them don't vote and they said no? My constituency say I should vote. Now, after they have voted, that you bring them to your party headquarters to ask them what reason, what did they say, which the constituency they visited. You must be able to respect the same rule of law. The Musability and the CMC bring Jerry Yogbo. And I tell you, I know Yogbo, the Yogbo family, and some of you don't know. I know them very well. I have a disagreement with Yogbo. But that you bring Yogbo to a party meeting and asking, why did you do that? We told you not to do it. Did you give me the rule of law? Did you give me due process? Did you give him due process? You said the man did not give Yogbo due process, and so you are mad he voted. Did you give him due process?
Apparently, you haven't been listening, Mr. Jeru. I use the word suspend as opposed to expulsion. When you suspend someone, it's the matter of.
You are interrupting Mr. Gibson, though.
No, because I just want he says.
Can you please allow him to finish?
CMC is asking a question.
Can you please allow him to finish?
If you did something today, and the party want to suspend you based on your position, they will call you. This is not a company that you're running. This is a political party. In my company right now, Blaze FM or any of the famous say, if I want to suspend anybody, I can do it before I ask that question. It's different. This is the conglomeration of ideas, of skills, of knowledge, and participation.
Even in your company, it's not different. It's just bad. It's just bad. It's just bad. It's a bad party. You cannot fire someone from your
I will just this quickly. I'm telling you guys now, in June, I will be full-fledged physician and I will participate in the decision either as a single person or as a
let me say it quickly. Let's go. I didn't like the fact that these guys then voted to kick Yaket out, but the process under which these political parties are operating to, I agree with you, Jason. They are running, they are hasted, it is unprofessional, it's unpolitical. And I think if it is in the interest, they should correct themselves. There is nothing fundamental in any one of their manifesto, if they have any, to tell any party member or representative or lawmaker from that party that if you do X, Y, and Z, we'll kick you out immediately or we'll suspend you, right? This is not a company, even for a company that abuse, labor abuse. The person cannot be working for you. They come to work the next day without doing anything, any prior investigation. You just fire them and say, go home. I don't like the way you're looking today. I don't want you. And you know, it's bad.
Besides that statement, let me just say this. Besides that statement,
yeah, we got to
I've
go.
been reading. I'm sorry, Statement, please. For the 30 seconds, sorry for interrupting you. I've been reading the CDC manifesto for the last 2 weeks, because my friend invited me to perform a special role at the convention in June. I've been reading the manifesto. There's nothing in the manifesto that says when you are elected as a citizen, you will consult the party before you take national decision. Nothing in that manifesto.
Can I come in 30 seconds on that?
Okay. Wait, after that, let Jason finish.
So, my concern is we are trying to rebuild the image of CDC. We are trying to rebuild the strength of CDC. We cannot be expelling people without hearing from them, and we are arguing the person the person voted when due process was not afforded to somebody, but you never afford due process to the person. What is it? It's paradoxical. It's completely contrary.
So you're using the same word that can you use. So it means that you finish all you lack other words.
Can you use it?
It means that you can't use that paradoxical. So let me bring that up. Poplar to use new words. Tell Poplar, what say you? We got to talk about Mike Jabatev. He's complaining on Facebook about
it. CEO, let me just add my voice to the conversation in regard. You know, I said at the beginning, the political party is a people's movement. It's a people's movement. You want to draw the circle wider because you want as many people as possible, because you're trying to elect persons who can execute your agenda and make and move your vision to fruition. You do that primarily through elected people. So there's a certain temperament that's required. Lawmakers are elected, not just by the party, elected by the people. So the two things that are important. The party has a right to take position on matters, but the lawmaker also have a right to conscience. So the person who serves in the position have to vote his or her conscience. From a political side, that's the moral side. From the political side, a good leader, lawmaker, should be listening to the people in the district. So suppose I'm a lawmaker and the people in my district say, Dr. B, we don't believe in this thing here. We think it should be this way. I listen to my constituents and I come to the Capitol and I vote a certain way. So the position of the people could be different from the position of the party. So to me, a higher, more mature position would be call your folks, have that conversation, hear them out, and if anything, do what you need to do in a more modest, a more behind the scenes, or less obvious. And to me, suspension is drastic because in the bigger scheme of things, then you do cost benefit analysis. Who benefits more? Who loses the most? When you suspend lawmakers who have followers and you're trying to win an election tomorrow that only people can vote for. So I think just an opportunity for growth for all of us in our political pursuit to be able to have those tensions in the party and find balance. so the party is still better and then move forward. Thank you, CEO.
That'll Bobla, thank you. We gotta move on. I'm begging folks, let it be.
Just 30 seconds, please. Just 30 seconds. I beg you.
Kev, you go last. You did very, very last, Kev.
Yes. Stanton.
And if you raise anything there, we'll respond to it. We'll move out.
Okay, let me finish. Kanye, I'm not calling your name, but Stanton, let's face this. This is troubling. I don't think people listen to what Dr. Richardson and Jacob Jala is saying. What they're not telling you is about voting for Yeke. They're telling you it's the rule of law. How can you sit down and tell a lawmaker that if the Constitution is being tampered with, right? They're not following the Constitution. You need to tell it. The lawmaker say, "Oh, will you go there follow the Constitution?" Because they need to know that. And they went against the Constitution. They went against. And that's what they're saying. What they're saying is that
how did Yogbo go against the Constitution? How? Personally, as a Yogbo, how did he go against the Constitution?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But we explain it. The party has a position.
Jala, please, I beg you.
Thank you for that.
You talk later, but let me know. The man voted with
Jerome, wait now. You asked a question. Wait. Yeah. You saw it. You saw on live screen. Small carry it, right? Yeah, Yeke supposed to have a due process. Yeke lawyers went there. They asked for the evidence, and by due process, right? And they asked him to bring his lawyer, and in that there was a moment of discovery. In that moment of discovery, you need to have the evidence, right? That they charge him with. They refuse to give him the evidence. They refuse. They refuse to let him a due process. And that's what we spoke about. And that's what we spoke about on Spoon. And Stanton here went against that procedure.
Yeke walk out. Why you can say that?
He
walked
out.
out.
The Swamsy is saying that there was no due process.
Kev, if you went to if you went to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court tell you to make a submission and you walk away from the submission, will you not get default judgment?
That's
what you're talking about.
I'm asking you questions. That doesn't mean if you carry your court to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will make you, the Supreme Court asks you, I come in. The Supreme Court asks you to make a submission or to bring in your brief.
Mariah
you feel like
for almost 1 hour.
Hey God, Jala, please
we shall overcome.
Guessing, I don't think you will last long in the CDC. This
I will last
mentality.
long. I will last long. I will be respectful.
We came out and said Jerry Yogbo signed on the document. This is why he said, I, Honorable Jerry Yogbo, unequivocally reject and denounce the unfounded claims broadcast on Spoon TV alleging my involvement in any scam to unseat my respected colleague, Honorable Yeke Koluba from the 55th National Legislature. Such assertions are not only false, but deliberately misleading, crafted to distort reality and provoke unnecessary controversy. Now, this is Steven that after 9 days, he came out and he signed on the document.
Look at the screen.
So where I coming from with Jerry Yogbo? I know that Jerry Yogbo is waiting for his survivor, right? All those guys that signed to remove Yeke, personally me, by God's grace with long life, most of them, I will stand with Yeke that we campaign against them because it was wrong. Seriously.
Why was it wrong?
And I would beg my landed honorable counselor to give me the chance to speak. I think it was absolutely wrong. I do believe the position with some of them were moved by the Benjamins because of money, because they are driven themselves in poverty. They cannot provide for the district. So therefore, any cat and mouse pass in front of them, they won't catch it. So for 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, they can even sign their own district out to President Bwaka. So I think it was wrong. We are hearing that these people that were given a lot of money, these allegations hanging over them, they can decide. But it was absolutely wrong. Now, yes, my take with a political party. And that's why I am totally against what these political parties are doing. You got to understand me. Try to educate your lawmakers. Like Gibson said, bring them in service and show them your rules, your policy, governing their decision to be in line with yours. You will not just come and say we suspend you yesterday because you say that. And excuse me, Kev, why you always do that to me? Why will you always do to me? Kev, stop. Don't do this to me. You're making me angry.
Nothing wrong with our recommendation.
My thing is that you just cannot come after the crime is committed, you consider as a crime, and say we kick you out. We should be mindful. We want these people in the party. We want to educate them. We want them to understand the new day and new structure in governance within our party. So let's try to do it right. Yeah. Okay, that's my own problem here. But they remove Yeke. We are coming to the next topic, and maybe it will be our second to the last topic.
Yes.
You think the decision of Unity Party, and I put this on Unity Party on President Bwaka, the removal of Yeke. My brother Kanye can feel different. President Bwaka wanted Yeke to be removed. So excuse me, Chief, I'm coming to the next topic. We can't stay on the one thing forever. You'll soon be going again for another 8 months. Then you can't give a time. So my thing is that, do you think the Unity Party government have given the 2029 election to the opposition's collaboration party or any one of those opposition party by the decision they took yesterday to expel Yeke? Do you think Unity Party government is in some serious trouble here because of that decision, Jacob Jara? Let's start with you.
Yes. So first of all, quickly, I think your recommendation about, before coming to your question, recommendation about educating some of these lawmakers, even the party to run in-service training, I think it's good. It's a good recommendation. Most of these people sometimes act out of ignorance. I mean, ignorant now in an insulting way now, but they don't know probably, or they're innocent. So people need to get educated all the time. And I think parties need to look into that. But on your question, Stenton, I think the Unity Party is currently in a very terrible state in terms of public image. And I'm saying that factually speaking, I've spoken to a lot of people, right within, even in the Unity Party, and most people who historically supported the Unity Party. And they have to be very careful. And if they will allow reasoning to lie, they will do some soul searching. I think they're losing it. I think a great deal of people are losing trust in them in terms of the way they provide leadership on the current level. They've been making a lot of car crash mistakes here and there. And I think they have a very poor public image today in many, many respects. Particularly, in fact, the way they handle the whole Yeke situation. I think people quite well kind of think that they look precisely no different today from some of the errors that the CDC made, which is a disappointment for more people who thought that they will be radically, fundamentally different from the CDC and they will offer something better moving forward. So, and then the last point I'd like to make also is that one thing I believe, Stanton, naturally, if you look at everything that's happening here over the period decade or so, it's already close to impossible. I'm not saying impossible, close to impossible today for any party to win 2-term election in this country. The CDC struggled with that. They couldn't make it. They lost the election. For the Unity Party, the second term, I think it's going to be so difficult. Not only because maybe they're not performing, but because the country is split right down the middle. In the fact that the Unity Party won the election by around 17,000, 18,000, 20,000, with less than 1% difference. So it's already clear that the country is significantly divided. And then the Unity Party also is doing everything almost like to lose the election. They try so hard to lose the 2029 election by their actions today. And the Yeke thing for me was kind of like the nail in the coffin. If
Real quick, before we leave here and bring Emmanuel George, before Emmanuel George come in, real quick, Jacob, before Emmanuel George come in, name me 3 to 4 things, maybe 5 if you can, that is so detrimental to Unity Party re-election as of today, right now.
Yeah. So first of all, the Yeka situation, the butcher, the Democrats, and many people think that the government is becoming dictatorial and trying to control too much. That's 1. 2, on the employment and the job issue, they have not been able to settle that matter at all. There's a massive unemployment. 2, 3, the economic situation in the country is very terrible. Fuel prices going up, food prices going up. So the economy, the living standard is so difficult. So on those accounts, if nothing radically change in the next year, I really think that they're not going to get a re-election.
On the flip side, and this year, tear round to go, then we go. On the flip side, what is the Unity Party doing right now that is so good that you think, if only for those reasons, they can be re-elected?
Yeah, I kind of struggle to pinpoint at anything right now. Now, they started some good things and they've had some momentum, but I think they're losing those momentum gradually, especially, when they started early on. Of course, they were doing the yellow machine thing, came out, the road thing going on. But I think they lost a lot of air from their balloon lately with the Yaka thing. I think it's going to hurt them sufficiently. And the job thing,
you cannot say anything. Yeah, but you cannot say anything. Only one, the yellow machine, you think was good, but now you turn for bad, for worse. Let me bring it back to George, and then this is our closing 3-point topic, and let's just go, with everything we can. Dr. George, do you think you're getting how see this thing for the opposition political parties out there that Unity Party have given it to them?
No, I don't think so. It's a combination of mistakes that the Unity Party has made over the last period of months. Yeke may be the crowning glory, or it may just be the tool that may motivate more people towards the opposition in different areas. But it's a combination of several factors that is leading people away from it.
What are some of those factors? Name them, name them, please.
Oh, we have the issue of, let me start agreeing with Jacob Jada, the mass unemployment in the country. We are going to graduate thousands of students this year. This government have not been successful in creating new jobs opportunity for the last 2 to 3 years. They have not been successful in that. The next issue would be the issue of the lies surrounding the yellow machine, and then even with the machine in the country, the issue of $55 million being pumped into a budget, and 2021, 2.6 million have already been used into that, is something that the public is angry about. And then the government was scoring some points with electricity, but right now with the message, I thought we were going to talk to it 2 weeks ago from the managing director of LEC, who says that we are not technical people, so we don't understand it. But we're not technical people, and we're congratulating him. He had no problem with that. And now that we have all this issue, and I think the third one, which would be a strong issue that we oppositions have not already pounding on now, we are allowing it to go quiet, is the ceding of our territory to Guinea. It is easy for an African man to forget the death of his father than to forget the taking away of his father's property. And that situation we have, we have to keep speaking about it. The Guinean soldiers are currently on our territory. The government is doing everything to keep it quiet. And I think it's a big failure of this government that they cannot give us security. We cannot see them as a in the president backyard. We have Kenyan troops there. So I think those are the three major things that is harming this government right now.
Sorry, I had to mute myself. Can you, on the flip side, give me anything that this government can ride on now, going into 2029, if election is held today, that they can win on?
Yes, it will be. I don't know why I should be the Jacob, but I think they have dedicated the Cape Mount Highway. If that construction starts and is Unfortunately, it's in a part of the country that doesn't have major population. But if the government can start and complete that, that would be a massive boost to that corridor. Knowing the difficulty Liberian face in going to Bravo area where my family is resident, and then going all the way to Bomi and Cape Mount County, that would be a great positive if they can start and complete that. If the National Investment Commission is serious and we can start attracting investors to our country, I don't know why we find it difficult to do that. We can start attracting investors to our country, and students who are graduating from university start to see hope, like we did in our time when we first went into university. That may be a positive direction for this government. So it's all to lining towards the future. They were doing very great with the electricity, but it's challenging right now for LEC. According to the last press conference, the managing director LEC had. But I think those 2 points, if they can bring jobs to the country, if they can attract investor, and if that
how it's about if they can. You talk about if they can, talk about like today now. Don't say if they can. So it means you are not saying anything that they have done up to today that can make them win 2029.
The positive, Stanton up 6 months ago, we're clapping for the positive. Unfortunate thing is that the positive is going into reverse. I talked about the whole issue of electricity. That was a great positive for this government. Unfortunately, it's now going into reverse. The whole issue of the yellow machine was a great positive. When it came, the government rating went up. In my mind, it went up. But now we have the whole cycle of $51 million around it. We have this whole issue that the government was not prepared for it. They have to now start a whole process of putting leadership together, hiring, and a process which is going to take us into 2027. So, but those were the positive that Liberian were clapping for at that time. Everybody, I was in Monrovia last year, October. I actually from 24 hours electricity while in Monrovia.
Well, if you talk about LDC, we were here from the orders. We owe Guinea, we owe Ivory Coast, and they have cut back. Let me bring in Councillor Kanyo Babala. We'll bring in Helen Fubi, our sister. I don't know if you would like to go last, Dr. Richardson, or I can bring you in anytime. I don't know. We'll see you. What do you think?
No, I like to go now because before I forget what I have to say.
Okay, then can you mute yourself? You'll go after Dr. Richardson. Let me allow Dr. Richardson to go. Go ahead, man. The same question.
I wanted to directly respond to something Kanye said. And he talked about the fact how many of us are talking about due process on the show, and we're being insincere in some ways because Yeke got due process. That is not true, Kanye, and I'm surprised that you would sit here as a lawyer, somebody who studied the body of law, and say that. For the most part, you and Jefferson Gejeru have basically told the Liberian people stories, things that you don't know about. And that is not fair for the Liberian people who come every day to listen to us. Mariah came here, Senator Waterspoon invited her to come here. She spent almost an hour here telling the audience, okay, that first of all, they were even allowed not to speak. They were saying that certain words that they could use. When they asked what did Yeke do wrong, the people started using terms related to betrayer. They had to correct them first of all and say, betrayer is not in our recent constitution. All right. Then they went to a period of discovery, as was said earlier on this show. Give me your documents, evidence. That is usually a court procedure that I didn't go to law school, that I know, that I expect, someone who went to law school to know. That was not given. So Yeke felt that he was not represented, and the lawyer left. And so he left as well. So for you, when we speak about due process, CMC did not suspend Jerry Yopo. Please listen, open your ears, people. CMC did not suspend Jerry Yopo because of Yeke. Because of Yeke's way of speaking. It is because of the due process that we know. The House rule does not supersede the Constitution. The House rule does not supersede the Constitution no matter what. And this happened before in the Fonasti case. And the Supreme Court got involved. And this is why we use the word all the time of ultra virus. This is why we use that word. And that's what we're saying. Does the House rule? And this is what we learned. Does the House rule supersede the Constitution? No. The Constitution asks for a stay order. Okay, the Supreme Court asked for a stay order. And guess what? What was the rush so much to expel Yeke? What was the rush? What's the rush so much to bypass due process? Can I finish, please? Yes, what's the rush so much to bypass due process? The Constitution asks for a stay order. The Supreme Court asked for a stay order because the judges didn't act on their own. They follow the rule of law.
Can I ask you a question, please?
No, you can't ask me any question.
No, that original is almost done, Gibson. I'm begging you. We got to come back to the last topic.
No, you can ask me your question. Let me ask me his question.
No. Wait. When it's time to
Question
speak,
is very simple. Before
Gibson, we're not going back there. Sorry, I have to mute you. I beg you, Chief. When you want to use your time to respond to Dr. Richardson, that will be fine. It's 3 minutes to 7.
So the Supreme Court asked for a stay order, and they asked them to wait until Monday. But guess what? The legislature just went ahead of the Supreme Court. So we are in a place where our country is not following consistent rule of law as stated in our Constitution. Our country is in trouble, and this is what bothers me, because here it is, we are giving a body, the legislature, the opportunity to supersede our Constitution. We are telling this legislature, you can act any way that you want to act. You can do whatever you want to do. You can bypass the Supreme Court. And that's what CMC is saying. We're going to do things differently. We're not going to do that. We're going to follow the due process. We're going to follow the rule of law. And by the way, Gibson Carey.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson. Let's move on now.
Just give me a second. I will be done. Just please. By the way, Gibson, you don't know anything about this case. You're not involved. We did not expel Jerry Yopo. He was suspended. And you do not know how he informed the political leader about his decision to sign the paper. You don't know nothing about that. You are not involved in this decision process. You don't know if he was given due process or not. You come on this show, you talk some good things sometimes, but today what you're saying is not correct. It is erroneous. It is wrong.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson. Let me, Fubi, I beg not to dwell with the yoga issue. We are on another conversation here. And let's take that right. Again, let me ask you.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I wish I had more time to talk more about this, but we have to move on. I was going to educate you as to what happened.
But Dr. Richardson, for me, you can defend CMC as to they didn't do this for Yeke, but I think they did it because of the Yeke situation. And on that note, CMC was wrong. So I mean, CMC from that. I think CMC took a hasty, immature position, and they should learn from their mistake. But Fubi, let me come to you on this. Do you think, Fubi, let me come to you. Do you think the Yeke situation? That Richardson spoke for 7 minutes. We got to go to Fubi.
You can't just be muting people like that. I want to talk.
Yeah, because we got to move now. You just want us to talk amongst ourselves and argue.
Let's stay with the CMC.
So we're not staying with the CMC thing. That piece you want to make with Dr. Richardson, you can do it off the show. We'll come back and remind you that she can now still forgive you. Okay.
But I thought I was the one supposed to go before you gave my time to Dr. Ray.
Yes, Kanye, that's right. You go ahead, Kanye. But you got to answer my question, though, Kanye. I beg you. Do you think the Yeke situation, Unity Party have given the election for 2029 to the opposition? One, two, it's very important. Name few things you think, or more than few, we ask for only three. The Unity Party can run on today to win an re-election in Liberia, and some of the misstep of this party. Those were the three things on the table. Councillor, welcome.
Thank you. I think firstly, the fact that you even, harness the Yeke situation and equate it to the possibility of the Unity Party losing is a total miscalculation, CEO. I think this Yeke situation is being overblown for no reason, because no law has been broken. Absolutely no law. People argue that there wasn't due process. Amen. What is due process? Elementarily, let's break it down. Due process, simply put by law, is hearing before condemning. It is the law that hears before it condemns. It doesn't have to agree with you, but you must be heard. Yeke was given a forum to be heard. He came to that forum and he willfully walked away from the forum. He did not participate to the end, so put all of his things on the table. He walked away. And like I said before, in my view, that was the most egregious violation, more than even the things he did outside, by walking away from the forum. So he can argue that he didn't have due process. And for CMC to go and suspend a member for voting against recklessness, for voting against statements that put the lives of millions of Liberians in danger, that could put us in war against another state, borderline treasonous attitude. And a man stands up and says, look, I will not tolerate this anymore. I will vote to get this guy out because he's disgracing us. Then you vote to kick a person out. I don't know how they're reaching decisions over there, but clearly something, maybe it's just about so say one, so say all. I don't know. But that's my point. Yeke was given due process. And therefore, Liberians are going to forget Yeke very soon. I said this before. He was given an opportunity to rise. Instead, he decided to stay be in the gutter. And Liberians will forget him because his brand of politics. Look, I'll read for you. I will say something in the chat room about somebody who's not even a politician, what they wrote about the Yeke scenario. And it will interest you. People wonder how Yeke even got to the legislature. That's the crassness of our politics. To me, it is good riddance. So, United Party can lose an election in 2029 on different things, but not on Yeke. It will not be a Yeke conversation. A lot of people are happy that Yeke is out of there, and for good reason. No violation of law. The second thing on that thing, very quickly, before I answer the second question, CEO to address, people want to make it look like the legislature is overlooking the judiciary. That is untrue. There is something called service. When a decision is passed, there is a proper way that it is served on the parties. To date, I haven't seen, because having the document produced by the justice in chamber and making sure it is served on the appropriate authority are two separate things. Thirdly, when was that resolution signed? Was it signed on the day it was read, or was it signed prior to the reading? If it was signed before it was read, the decision was already effective. It was already announced in plenary. So nobody can create a storm in a teacup here to make it seem like the legislature is going against the judiciary. That is patently untrue. Yeke had an opportunity to vindicate himself. And what did he do? Classic Yeke fashion. He behaved recklessly and walked away. And they found against him. So I don't think this is going to have anything to do with Unity Party. And I said this. There's no idea that I supported the president before. So therefore, anything I do, no one should hold me accountable. We need to go beyond it. The country is for everybody. Now, what has this government done?
Now, I'm not the spokesperson for the government. I'm not the Minister of Information. I'm just a lowly lawyer who takes some time to observe when things have shifted. And I can tell you the first thing that I believe that has shifted is that President Boyka has indicated a very strong anti-corruption drive. I didn't say perfect, because you can't, you name the CEO, you smart, you need 2-3 things. No, I didn't say perfect. I say a very strong. President Bola suspended 450 officials in this country who didn't declare asset. He has dismissed, he has suspended, he has
You're a complete scam, man. You're a complete scam.
Interrupt me, please.
Can you that scam, Jerome? They got a scam.
And because of that, and because CEO, please start interrupting me.
Hey, man. Go ahead with your scam.
He has indicated a very strong anti-corruption drive. And because of that, look, it's not even outside, of government. I have friends in the United Party. You know, one of the things they say if you make mistake with that paper, he don't give you second chance easily. Now, these are people who I saw in the churches during the elections that have an appreciation that
Thank you, brother. We gotta go.
And
you got less control. You gotta go.
You are saying some good thing. I will enjoy you, but you better say all that.
When Jacob was there, you asked to come back.
Jacob will lie you.
You are saying
actually making the losing argument.
You believe President Boyka suspended 450 individuals? Hey, Jacob.
Hey,
the next day, those people, the next day, when the president made that announcement, we went in those ministries and entity. The next day, those people were back to work.
Let me finish.
So the other conversation. Latin was a high class
president took a decision.
We are high class DM.
In public policy, there's something called signally. When you're feeling laughing, I will continue.
But what are you getting fair for? No more than you. Now I'm the You want us to believe the Papa Flash BBC, Flash CNN, the only president in the world to suspend 450 of his cabinet ministers. And when we came back the next day, all the people are working. Then you want to believe that blah. That was a blah. And Joseph Boyka felt embarrassed by doing that because even one people didn't believe him. But anyway, let's move ahead. I want to bring in Kefigo. Let's hear you, this guy. But you feeling bad. Yeah, Henry Fubi, let's go to you. But then you feeling bad.
You talk about
you done, man. You done.
I will give you one more minute. We give you one more minute.
You are giving political party people, you arguing less money now. So, firstly, my first point that I indicated, I said President Boyka has made anti-corruption and governance a priority. There is a sense and urgency in government, even among people I know, that the president can act and he will act. And I'm not saying he's 1000%, he's perfect.
Francis Humani, the investigation revealed that Francis Humani is guilty of the border issue in FOIA. The Papa have not done a jack on Francis Humani. Right, but he went to expel Yeke. The LDA stole the money on those allegations. They stole the money. They committing murder. They interviewed people. The Papa received the investigative report from the Joint Commission. I'm saying all of you, the marshal got it. The LDA, hold on 1 minute, let me finish. The LDA on the allegation, right, Gibson? The allegation that they stole 100,000 of the money that they found. Joseph Boyka still get thinking whether he might fire them, he might not fire them. Boyka said I can't believe the Papa fighting corruption. Man, I beg you. I can tell you what this president have done that maybe the Liberian people will consider him. right?
Look,
But you're
you
missing
know,
the point. You're talking plenty.
CEO President Boyka is a statesman, and as one of the things that the Liberian people, as he operates now, see in him, he's carrying himself in a way that takes respect. And I believe that his anti-corruption and governance drive, the way he has acted, even his officials know that he can act and will act. He may not be doing it 1,000%.
The Papa can only add if you're not from Lofa, you're not from Foya. You can only add if you're not from that area in Lofa. If you're Lofa, the Papa will take forever to add. So leave that one. Mama, I've been real on the show. President Boyka started go on corruption, but he fell in it because he been so sympathetic, he been so traditional, he been so cultural. So he fell in the trap that now he can't even punish his own people that are before him that stealing.
They say the public can
go leave it again. Go to number two.
You won't give me chance to touch now.
Go to number two now. Go to number two.
Number two. President Boyka has repositioned Liberia internationally, and there are dividends to show because of that repositioning.
What dividends? Don't explain further. I agree with that. No, Kayo, let me stop you. Internationally, I agree with you.
Yeah, but
and that's where I was going.
Internationally has dividends nationally.
Yes. And that's where I was going because he has scored of the word. Listen, now one of President Boyka's greatest.
So we have Guinea in Liberia. Guinea in Liberia is selling paper internationally. Guinea in yes. We have
foreign
troops in Liberia, occupying Liberia land. Then you say the paper score internationally. We get one country to condemn Guinea.
Kayo, we gotta go. Kayo, don't want to let me tell you something, Kayo. Well, Kayo, listen, Kayo. As much as we get very care, Kev call us on this one. We talk about internationally, but the Guinea people not take half for Liberia. So Kev call us on the one. I don't feel like we can call with that one.
You know, I so admired when I saw some of the things on Facebook when we had a Guinea border situation.
But I will say this real quick. I beg you, Kanye. I know you're not leaving, right? Because we played this video yesterday. The NSA, I can announce. Let me announce this before I forget that, Richardson. The NSA looking for our spoon reporter at the border, right? So he reached out to me and said, Chief, because you played this video, let's play again. They are looking for him, right? They're trying to arrest him for sharing this video. We want to encourage everyone at the Solomon Kanu Bono border, wherever border you are. If you see the Guinea foreign trip to that border, please do a recording and send it. They are looking for our reporter, and again, are reaching out to everyone in the government that this is wrong. He didn't do anything. You cannot charge him for tracing. Why would NSA be looking for him? He did a piece of video. He's on an independent network, and you want to tell us that they are looking to arrest him because he shared this video? Isn't it the truth that the man sharing video because the people at the border? Why would Prince C. Johnson, the director of NSA, send people to arrest him? Why these guys after the moment stop, I beg you, this is serious now. Let me play the video. Do we have Guineans on the Liberian soil? Yes. Are they building the temporary home on the Liberian soil? And that's the reason why they are looking for him. Our reporter is hiding. He's calling me crying. And I must play this. It's wrong. The government must stop. The reporter should have the chance to go and report exactly what they are seeing. That's why we are independent. Why are we going to step on this? So let me play this. This is exactly what he said, and that's the reason why they are sending people to look for him.
But to continue what I'm saying, that the Guinean security, yes, Spoon FM, the Guinean security, stay on our side as we speak. Today they were today 10 or 11, something like that. Beginning since last month, they've been here. Since that last month, they came to the country, to the river bank. They are stayed there. They are stayed there Therefore, no normal activities going on here. People are scared. People are afraid that anything can happen anytime. Because a matter of fact that they come with arm in our country to the road bank, anything can happen. So no normal activities going on here. A matter of fact, one of the companies that engage in rice production, a massive rice production here, they call it Makona River Farm and Agriculture Services, not working. But right, they're supposed to start preparing their land, start preparing her land to start planting next month. But they were denied by the security, by the Liberian security, that the environment is not conducive, the environment is not safe. So as a result of the Guinean security personnel on our soil, no normal activities going on here. The 33 towns that surrounding the river are not working. They are not doing their normal activities like farming, going on their farms and moving from here and there. Freedom is not given as we speak because of the presence of this Guinean security on our soil. So to update you guys, nothing happening here. Major, no normal activities going on here. Absolutely no normal activities. If anybody tell you that the Guineans gone back, it's not true. They are still here as we speak. No normal activities going on here. Everything remains the same as we started.
And to tell you the truth, I don't know why would NSA go after the reporter, and I've seen that they want to arrest him. It's wrong. It's wrong. The man is reporting a fact. No normal activities going on there. Everything is on the lockdown. The Guineans stay at the border. They stay on Liberia land. These are true. It's not a lie, Gibson. We shouldn't sit down here and suppress this kind of good reporting and try to cover up for government. It's nothing. It's nothing to say they're lying. You got foreign journalists in our area covering. They are reporting the same thing. What the government will cover up? Tell the Liberian people the truth. Joseph Braga stay on diplomacy. It will be 2 months now. He stay on diplomacy. Let's see whether it will work. Fubi, you Kev, that you go run Fubi. Kev, you got to run. You go first quickly. Then Fubi will go. I beg you, Fubi. Then they got to go to work. Go ahead, Kev.
Kev coming to free. Nobody going to rob him.
You see, now
why you supposed to be the friend of Stanton? You're not friend of Stanton, so let Kev talk.
My man now, but you know that the man ready to deal with you. Didn't party. He want nobody to stay in front of him.
So I wish Wilfred Bangrel was here, but I know he will come back probably tomorrow. I got a couple of questions to ask him. I get a couple of documents to show him that he need to answer to. But anyway, we'll talk that. But let me say this, right? Can you, my brother, you're a lawyer, and if you take out that, no, Kanye, you my man. You my man. You are effective to show the other side of Jose Imam Bokai. You were effective to tell the Liberian people that Jose Imam Bokai was not good for Liberia. I will stand with you on that. You are very effective. You are very effective. And people don't know.
Do you have any clip of Kanye saying that? Don't lie on the man. Do you have any clip of Kanye saying that?
Yes.
Do you have any proof? Any record of Kanye saying that?
Matter of fact, if you look in your gallery, I have sent you most
that
of this.
Gallery, don't do that. If you get any clip, show it now. You cannot see
I
it.
can go back. I can laugh. I can plenty it. I can send it to
Don't
you.
worry, I got plenty of clips myself. I took. Where I was in my regalia. My CDC regalia.
Yeah. Matter of fact, there's a friend that
even
but stand on.
If anybody I can
send it.
If
Do you want me to send it?
You gotta stop now. He have never said those things before. If you
let
me
go. I can say it for you, so you play.
You think you can bring back?
Let me go here. Let me send it so they can hear Kanyo. Kanyo, very effective.
My man, elections are over.
But wait, Kanye, wait, the man lying on you, I will catch it. Send me the clip that you get. Let me pull it
No,
up.
the man are lying on me. I see. You're not lying on me. You be crazy. Wait,
guess it.
You may confess. You may confess.
Movie, Kanye, catch yourself. Movie, the man catch yourself. Kanye, can't lie on you. I dare you send me that clip.
No,
That
the man
clip.
are lying. He knows that I can do. I was national campaign spokesman. I beg you, yeah. That is documented. You won't run away.
But anyway, let me continue. Let me continue.
No, Dad. You're not continue. Send me the clip.
I've never seen somebody defend you. They say the person lying. They know the person not lying.
CEO, when I met the Pape, you know what the Pape told me? The Pape said, my son, what it took you so long to come to me.
But man, you so tell you, but you are daring him. I beg you, Kev. If anybody get any clip about Kanye out there, I don't believe what Kev saying. Please send it. Let's play it. Before we go ahead, we'll wait.
But the man say, you believe you, that's true. They say.
So,
let me tell you something. During the war, right? My brother and myself were going to view it, fully improv there, right? So quickly, I will say this story. So he met one of his friend from school, but his friend from school at the time joined the rebels. So he said, "Oh, I know this guy, the Mayo." The guy said, "No, they picking there, the rebel will kill him." Then his friend said, "You can kill my friend. We're from the school together, you know, that my friend Mayo." Then he said, "Mayo, stay over there. They may kill you here. I will deal with you. I will kill you." My brother said, "Man, don't try it. If you want to save me, save me. Don't tell me, say, I'm going to stand there and let the man kill me first. If the man kill me, why? I get him." You know what, man, I beg you. We are friends.
That is the guarantee that you're going to get it.
Guarantee. And the man kill me, he will kill you. So, like Kayo said, Kev is accusing Kayo. I believe Kayo. Kev, you got nothing to show on Kayo. If you got to send it that play. Kayo said, "No, stand up. The man shouldn't send it. That's true."
No, I said, no. I said, I got it enough. I was sending it to you.
Let me go ahead. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look.
It's all things that pass away, and all things have become new. So that was the campaign time. Kanye did what he had to do. Now Kanye has tell what newly we can be beating Kanye for the past. Yeah, but there are a few things. The question you asked about whether the party,
closing argument.
the party will not win election because of letter. I don't think so. I think there are a lot of other things that the Unity Party needs to focus on. And Yeka might run a campaign the way he wants to run it, but that will not be a factor that will cause the Unity Party not to win election. And like I've always said to the party, they need to focus on the state of the economy. That is the biggest drive that the party needs to turn all attention to. Because if the people cannot find food to eat, people cannot pay their hospital bills, people cannot get the basic that they need, pay their house rent, children's school fees. Those are the real issues. You get a plus of that, amount of plus. What the guys will say during the word amount of plus. You can make all the noise he wants to make. The only reason why the Unity Party wants CDC is because CDC neglected the very core things. The state of the economy was bad. People were not affording the basic. Prices were high. A lot of other things that they didn't do right. So Yaka noise was just there to amplify things. But at the end of the day, it was about the core issues that affect the lives of the people. A lot of people that voted for Yaka was the same because the issue of the Unity Party, the CDC failure. So, and they supported Yaka because Yaka was just there making a noise and causing. But at the end of the day, it was about the bread and butter issue, the toboggan rice, the school fee, the hospital bills. People go to hospital, you deliver, you can't free your wife. They keep the person in there for days until the family can go raise the money. All of those issues were issues affecting the country. That's the reason why the massive turnout to say, look, where you must go. So, and if the Unity Party cannot address those things, those will be the factor for which they will not get re-elected. But it's not about Yeka. Yeka the man of plus. Yeka like he likes, he doesn't like, he can run around the country all he can. So the Unity Party needs to focus on those basic things. There are some things that they are doing right. There are some things that they are not doing right. They have to work around those things. They have some things that hype their momentum. The issue of the yellow machine, but the way they're turning around and dragging it, if they don't recalibrate properly to get it off the ground, it's going to be a factor that will also hinder the election progress. The farm to market road thing that people are looking forward to, those are things people need to see. The issue of the corruption, the fight against corruption, that was a huge promise from the government. And so people looking forward to seeing that fight materializing. And, and if they can make a serious gain in that direction, that's going to be a plus. The fight against drugs, because that was one of the major campaigns, and the Kush killing us, Buka Denso. And the president made commitment to that. So they must intensify the fight against drugs to reduce it to a maximum level. And when that is done, that's going to be a plus to the government. Anything short of that, you're going to have a counter reaction to some of those things. The issue that CDC guys will make, oh, we are project. The government is continuing. There are a lot of things that we are also better he continue. And so the Unity Party got to also continue from those things and do others. So if they can live up to those things, impact the roads, get the cost of living down, and one of the other things that also affect the government, might affect the government, the issue of the whole, the demolition, because those are things that people are not going to be, people are not happy about. With no serious plan in place to address those things, especially demolition on government-owned properties. And you must have a backup plan to support people that you want to put in distress. And if you cannot have a backup plan, you just laterally just go out there, it's going to affect the parties to some extent. The issue of jobs that the government also promised, people also looking forward to those things. So they have to look at how they can jumpstart the economy so that people, besides depending on government jobs, the private sector is a major factor for growth in the economy. So if they cannot ensure private sector growth, that's also going to be a serious factor. And but the Yeke factor, to me, I don't think Yeke going to be a serious issue, because a lot of people are happy about Yeke. Even though people are vexed, but there are also people that are equally very happy that Yeke was removed. There are people that I talked to personally that were never even happy, they're not even people that you see involved in political party activities. But after that suspension, they expressed their joy that there's nothing that made them happy than to see that happen. So the same way you have people that are not happy, you also have people on the other side that's also happy. You see the political parties suspending their member because Yeke, but now they want to twist it around to rule of law. Then the due process was not followed. All of those things, and they also didn't use due process to suspend or expel their members. But you want to say you want use due process and rule of law. You can't have it both ways. So if you suspending people because of rule of law, you should also apply that same rule of law from your party angle. So then it shows a lot. And the issue is Supreme Court. And I always say this, we can all run with this. The Supreme Court has the mandate to interpret the law. The Supreme Court cannot overturn legislative administrative decision. The only power the Supreme Court has to overturn decision from the legislature is the Article 2, which talk about inconsistent laws, statutes, and decrees that are made by the legislature. If it's inconsistent with the Constitution, they can overturn that. But administrative decision where people majority vote and say, look, we're going to expel you, we're going to take the decision. The Supreme Court can only talk about the procedure, but they can't overturn that because that's administrative issue, and that's the separation of power. Article 44, you can obstruct and impede on the legislative function. Article 38, setting their own rules, and those are all backed by the Constitution. So we can't be saying the rule of the legislature is against the Constitution. No, it's not.
Administratively, if they do not follow their own rules, the Supreme Court can step in, correct?
The Supreme Court can invite to a conference, but the Supreme Court cannot.
If they do not follow their own rules. I'm going to waste my time again. I just asked you a simple question. If they do not follow their own rules, can the Supreme Court step in?
The Supreme Court cannot affect their activities.
Can the Supreme Court step in?
The Supreme Court cannot fault them.
Can the Supreme Court step in?
Stepping in got both ways. If you reach out to the Supreme Court can invite for a conference, but the Supreme Court cannot say you guys stop. The Supreme Court stay on.
I think technology not doing law. I think do small law. But listen, I agree with you to some point on what you are saying concerning some of the issue that that's Unity Party need to be happy and continue to push for the re-election purposes. But there are more negatives than positive when election is held today. One of which you said people have been homeless, folks have been more jobless, there's no job creation, an issue about the corruption thing, right? That everybody running up and down and say, yeah, they don't say, yeah, break the people homes down, that they don't signature land now, right? These are an embarrassment to a government that came to rescue, and that's not joke. And I think the Yeke Koluba issue, the Prophet Key issue, the Henry Costa issue, all those issues add into the more insult. Like you said, don't add insult to injury. That's what's happening now. And this government, this Unity Party government, I don't think they're in a comfortable position to boast about re-election. I think what they will do, they will insult, they will argue among themselves. And most of the things you hear them saying in the back, the government will cheat. Then I say, cheat where? Keep saying, where the government will cheat at? The other people the government going to cheat are stupid people. The government will cheat. You can change all the magistrate. You can change all the commissioner. You can cheat everything. You cheat where? That today you can cheat in Liberia. So it's just crazy for us to just hear that the last alternative, the government will cheat to stay in power. Nobody must believe that bogus thing. If President Baga failed to perform, the people will vote him out. And the more the president say, God, I'm making new land and bringing down people's homes, making people homeless, the more it's a detrimental effect to his re-election. They created 70,000 jobs and they find the train are selling candy between the car. Can I hear you to end the show because our sister Rosemary McCarvey, and then we'll bring Dr. Richardson who will have the last word.
See Rosemary, they are no red or run. So
But real quick, I will tell someone that's saying that Kanye have denied and say he didn't say it. He didn't say it. Let me correct this quickly. He said he didn't say it, so I'll go ahead and just play some of this thing.
The 6 years that are coming, because we know we're winning the first round, this is going to be a first round victory.
It is what
we
that
know
sounds
this.
very unbelievable. It is not something that will come to actuality where you will say Liberia as a country goes to election and you will have first round victory.
Yes, because you've never had a phenomenal leader like President Weah, who has delivered and over-delivered on his promises to the people. You don't have a first round. Yeah, no, we'll talk about it. Okay, sorry. So I digress. Now, the vision is about the consolidation of what has happened over the last 5 years. For example, we've made education a pinnacle of our public policy in the first term. That's why we made public education free at the universities across the nation. And even though you say we shouldn't have the conversation about first round, but when you declare public education to be free at the University of Liberia, at Tubman University, at the Nimba Community College, amongst other,
full swing?
It is still in, this is a presidential policy decision. No one can really off otherwise until the president decides that we're taking it back. These are the counties that are going to vote. These are the people that are going to vote.
But it has not been legislated where it is a law.
Not as yet. And that is why we're going to give the president a resounding first round victory so that in his second term, we are going to legislate these policies. So that people across this country know that electing President Weah means that you get a law that ensures that education at tertiary institutions in our country is guaranteed to be free, tuition free, by law. They know that. Now, so back to the vision. We want to consolidate on what we've done for education. We want to consolidate on what we've done for the healthcare center.
Okay, so that Kanye making a case for President Weah 2029 election. Let's play the next one.
Yesterday, which I like to piggyback off, right?
You say well experienced.
But is it that well experienced 45 years in government?
I don't know what kind of experience is that. I prefer results than experience these days, right? Because they've made the same point about President. We are in 5 years, no president has done in this country. In 45 years, you were in power and you claim to be experienced, and we ask you, what is the point to us 10 results based on your experience? You come from a county that used to be or was called the breadbasket, Lofa County, right? You are experienced. You are Minister of Agriculture. You've been in public service for 12 years. So on one farm, you got in Lofa County. Or one project that you engender that can produce. Today, it is young sons of Lofa that are leading development in that county. The likes of Jesse Kobe, the likes of Jefferson Koji, the likes of Janga Kowo, the likes of Mobake Molu. All these people, Samora Pisa, Wolokoli, these are eminent sons from Lofa County under this administration. Thomas Fowler, that are bringing development to Lofa today in under 5 years. You're 42 years. What did you do for the people of Lofa? We must take elections out of ethnicity. There's no idea that I want a person because he comes from our side. Let's point to what you have done there. So if that your well experience you're talking about, I don't know how that translates into bettering the lives of the Liberian people. If that's well experienced for you. The other guy who also too is well experienced from, I know, Coca-Cola or wherever, I think he's a nice guy, personally. I think he has good intentions. But to be honest, I always use this example. They say, Tamake fire, but I ain't fire, right? What that statement means, or how people use it, it means that whatever you can do, that in your own community or somewhere where only few people do about it, we don't do about it. So your so-called experience, how has it affected Liberian people? Yeah, Coca-Cola factory there in my community where I live, district number 3, Morrison Farm. I'm in the factory community. I'm less than 5 minutes away from the factory. Our people still struggle to get drinking water. Coca-Cola factory looking at us in the face. And we have somebody who say they work for Coca-Cola all around. Corporate social responsibility. I don't want to go there. But even the environmental impact of that company in our community has been something we've raised before. What has he done as a political actor about?
Wow. Wow.
Well,
wow. No. Let's go to Gacy. Dr. Richardson got to take us home. Rosemary got to go. This thing is one of the. I know, regardless. The video I made yesterday. It's fresh. It's new. Okay.
What get done?
What?
Wow. I think
elections. This is governance.
Kev and other panelists from CDC who come here, they can testify that I continue to tell them not to attack Kanu on the show. I have engaged Kanu himself personally on the basis of returning to CDC. You see, Kanu is a weapon in hiding.
In hiding. President, what guy? That 2023, that 2026 year. Leave 2023 with 2026 going forward to 2029. We are so Stanton wanted rescue. We have
after delivering the massive masterpiece, you're not supposed to talk again. That's it. Look,
the boy is good.
Stanton, there's nothing Joseph Boyka has done that will engender re-election. Joseph Boyka government started with lying, with stealing, with corruption, with all kinds of misrule. Even his induction ceremony, even his inauguration program, there was stealing, there was corruption. And since then, can you imagine the Liberal Anti-Corruption Commission just recently published a name of 29 people, some of them directly accused by the government for stealing. And they said there's no evidence of stealing. The government has continued to shoot itself in the leg. talking about project. I don't know what development project that Joseph Boakai. Somebody say if the Cape Mount Road is made. No. That's not if. That's not if. All of these projects we are talking about, and people say, don't talk about CDC, government is continuity. Of course, government is continuity. But if somebody starts something in the middle and you come to finish it, when you are sharing the benefit, the person have to share the benefit of the praise. The George, we are administration, the CDC administration. What the CDC administration had done, and Kanye here can agree with me. Joseph Boakai had not even done 10% of it. And you post Kanye tomorrow against
in power for 2 years. How you expect him to do everything in 2 years? You gotta be realistic.
Kanye, I don't want to go into the detail because we got limited time and start to give me only special time to speak. But if you look at how the George Weah government, the CDC government, came to power and operated, the first 3 years of the administration was about COVID. Nothing happening in the world, nothing happening in Liberia, money being high, everything tough, until the last 3 years before George Weah started.
You're not liar. You said the first 3 years about COVID. 2018 was COVID. 2019 was COVID. COVID came around 2020. Hey, Casey, in Western Canyon.
No, I'm not worse. I'm not. Listen,
You will not run away from rescue.
You see,
I don't want to go into detail because it would distract us. But
Jerry, let me see 10 seconds for your thing because I'm about to go. We will not expose our mold into the Unity Party. Listen to this, to the tip. Kanye, you're doing a very good job. We will not expose our mold.
Okay.
So to end here, I got nothing to end my comments. The guys keep interrupting. I take my 2 minutes back. Start on, please, man. I mean, it will be fair to me, right? Yeah.
So when you told me today, so they guy who can be say, hey, they are the main guy. I don't want to call the name. They are the main guy. You know, that fighting in the Arab land. People who can be say, hey, but they are the main guys.
And you said I play your brother from. And your father have a son
I know.
Your brother stay here, right? Or you not coming? Is your brother stay
Okay, so let me go to the issue. I've already talked about it. Let me end my comment, man.
Let me tell you,
they keep looking at me.
You have to have sleepless.
But Cat, that keeps him feeling now. The Rosemary got
man.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me be on record. I believe the expulsion of Yeke is unnecessary. Very, very unnecessary. Here is why it's unnecessary. The man spoke words, freedom of speech. Now they use the sedition charge, crime that have been outlawed in Liberia, because sedition is about what you say about government, about national security. The treason is about how you acted against national security. What Yeke did, he did not act against the interest of Liberia, spoke words, and he used a sedition posture to punish him for treason. Besides that, if there was a probable cause for treasonable charges against Yeke Koluba, they have the Justice Ministry that prosecute criminal activities in Liberia. They will have made a criminal referral, like even though in America they will see that being done with the Congress all the time. Criminal referral of their own members for prosecution. The House will have made a criminal referral to the Justice Ministry to assume the prosecutorial responsibility of Yeke Koluba. And if Yeke Koluba is prosecuted and convicted under the law, Yeke Koluba cannot sit in Congress as a convict. He automatically loses his seat. That was the process I was looking up to. Now, going to the Supreme Court, if you go to the Supreme Court, the place is murky, is that when you go to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court issue a precept, like in the case of a state action, and the House are already voted before that state action is made, it becomes a difficult thing for the Supreme Court, for even the rule of law, because voting cannot be stopped. It's already done. And that's what Fudu are trying to say here. Okay, so the other argument that we didn't see what came from the Supreme Court, all that thing, it was just
it was intentional lie.
Yeah, it was just an intentional lie.
Yeah,
It was just an intentional. Yeah, there was a lie. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But I think
James Colette and fully fumbling and lie.
Yeah. So to end my comment here, I will end my comment on CMC and because I got 30 seconds on CMC and CDC. We should change the way politics is being done in Liberia. When Dr. Richardson did something on his show, when CMC disagreed with him, with her rather, CMC disagreed publicly. They didn't suspend her. They disagreed publicly. And Dr. Richardson herself understood that. Okay? That was a suspendable act that she did.
We don't know what they called Jerry Yogba though. You just don't know whether they spoke to
Number two, Stanton. What does it take?
You really don't know whether they spoke to Jerry Yogba.
Number two, well, no. Well, I don't know if they rebuked him. If they rebuked
him, thank you. Please, Mr. Jason.
You will respond after me. No, you will respond after me. Please, I beg my train of thought. I'm an old man. I don't want to forget. I'm an old man. I don't want to forget. My train of thought.
The people who called me when CMC wrote the letter, okay, and told me how wrong it was for CMC to write me.
You
well,
see,
okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's a trick to divert my whole thought. But here is the thing, Stanton. Here is my problem with the whole thing about the decision they took. When you see a major event like this unfolding, if I were in the CDC at the time and had a little bit of voice, I would have told the chairman of the CDC, I would say invite all our lawmakers to a meeting.
Sure. Yep.
Bring them to our meeting, the chairman. You are going into this thing here, it will end up to this process. What are you going to do? What are you hearing from your district?
What's your will and pleasure?
What is your will and pleasure? Then you tell the party tells its position why they think that these people should not vote, and they become arguable.
And that's exactly why we are saying that's why the party are misplaced.
Exactly.
But let me bring it down. Let me bring it down to Richardson. We gotta go. I want to say thanks to all of you.
Okay, Yogbo.
Richardson, we gave you the last word. We gave you the last
10 seconds, Yogbo.
Rose,
10 seconds, Yogbo. My man, Yogbo, 10 seconds. CMC. My brother Bilete is a good man. He's a good man. This decision that was taken to suspend Yogbo, it was too fast. It was too fast. The man holds a chairing position. He is the assistant, the deputy chair, I think for finance or something. Before you suspend one of your highest officials, there must be deference to his position. There must be deference. So I would have called Mr. Yogbo. I would have asked him. I would have even told him before the time, German, we are going whether we're not going to vote. Let him disagree with us in the meeting.
But Gibson, let me cut you because we really got to go. We seriously got to go. Gibson, you're quite correct. And these are the mistakes these guys have made to bring problem into the party. I think all political parties that suspended the members, especially the members of the House, immaturely, they were wrong. They should call them and they should redo and they should ask them and in-service them because those people are needed in the party. I mean, this was some immature, hasty decision that was made. Sometimes I tell these guys that the best thing you can do, get outside of the party as a political leader and tap into the advice of political individual, not party individual, and hear what they have to say. But they will run around amongst themselves and come up with this rush, hasty decision to cripple the party. And here we are talking about it that now the party is denigrated because of the mess of decision they took. I'm not saying those guys then voting Yeke always right. What I'm saying, the party need to in-service all of their representative, senator, make them sign document that they can be party law abiding. Not after the fact, you can't kick them out and you say you did the right thing. And Karen was right. You did the right thing, say you suspend the man that they didn't follow due process. You are saying not following due process. What kind of nonsense is that? May God save our state. Have a good night. Thank you, Dr. Richardson. I love you always.
Bye-bye, Rosemary. Can you go back?
You are muted, Rose. Can you unmute yourself?
I'm not saying anything, CEO. I'm just waiting for Kanyo to leave, but apparently he's stuck, so I'm just gonna end the live stream.